Alrighty, boys and girls, welcome in to Redskins Hangover. We finally made it. We're all set up. Hopefully the sound is okay. The levels are alright. Thanks for tuning in. This is our very first live stream that we are doing via YouTube Live, so thanks for tuning in. And, of course, I'm your host, Colin Chute, and I couldn't do this without my other co-host, Nicholas Webster. Let's turn to Nick, because we got a very special. Colin,
hello, Colin. Hey, huh? Check it out. I'm in the big screen, baby. I'm at Vegas. Yep. Well, that's apparently what they were supposed to tell me too. But oil is at an all-time low, and airplane tickets are at an all-time low, and I like a deal, baby. So I'm here. I'm hanging out. Got Leonard over there, security. He's taking care of things. Mike over there, he's always on the computer. But yeah, I'm really excited, and I'm looking forward to seeing a bunch of big stars. It's a little bit of a trouble, but we're here. I have to tell you, it's my first live draft experience. I thought there was going to be more people in the city. I thought this was going to be a real bumping event for Las Vegas. Pandemic be damned. But it's pretty quiet here. Everybody's kind of maintaining. Yeah. But I'm getting some information, Colin, that I think I'm the only person that people can hear. So that's an interesting little aspect there. Yeah, we can't hear you at all. So you're not coming in. All right. Okay. Well, we'll be back for another one then, I
go, bud.
Okay.
Alrighty, boys and girls. So a little technical difficulties. Thank you as we do our first live stream here. Thanks, Kira, for joining us and figuring that out. I think we're gonna fix this here. Mike Cruz, what's happening, my dude? Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Colin Shute, and I also have a co-host, as you know, Nick Webster. We don't do the Redskins Hangover podcast without him. And he's there live on the scene at the draft. Nick, what up, baby? You're in now, huh? Still any more technical difficulties? Don't tell me this shit is starting again. Oh, please. For the love of God.
Tell me what I'm going on.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Nick!
Colin? Hello? Hello. It's not a phone call, is it?
Is this the bit, or is this real life? I can't tell anymore. It's like Inception.
Colin, I can hear you. Hi. Welcome in live Redskins Hangover Draft. Las Vegas, Nevada, baby. I made it here, Colin. I think I can hear you. I made it, baby. If you can hear it, you can hear it. We can all hear it. Kira gives us the thumbs up. I'm from Vegas, baby.
Fantastic. I'm glad you made it out there. It looks like, hey, Nick, it looks like you're the only one on the draft scene. It looks like just you and that security guard back there who looks very stoic.
Yeah. Leonard, he's always a character. I've already had a few conversations with him. Very stoic guy. Doesn't like to say a whole lot. Yeah, you could say the Redskins Hangover is getting the real inside scoop for this NFL draft. But gas prices were low, plane tickets were cheap, and I said, COVID-19 be damned, I'm going to be there. And here I am, and I can't wait to see some celebrities. I'm hoping that Matthew McConaughey is going to show up for when we draft Chase Young.
Ayo, celebrity sightings. Beautiful. Well, Nick, what are you drinking there? What do you got?
Yeah, you like that? This is, oh dear. Oh man, it's making my screen look bad. All right. I hope you're having a good time. Are you drinking anything, Colin? I don't see anything on your list.
Oh, I am. I am drinking. It is Redskins Hangover after all, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got myself a little Bitburger here, as you can see.
Beautiful.
And just drinking a nice, easygoing Bitburger. I also got some snacks, because this is a party. This is a draft party after all, right?
You got
my
your
lovely
jacket?
fiance, yeah, she made me a little snack platter because I was up all day not eating, trying to get this podcast rolling. This live stream rolling.
Yeah, let me ask you, because I was effing there. How many hours did you devote just to today to technical rehearsals?
You can answer that one. I've lost all track of time, and I'm sure people that are tuning in have lost track of time due to COVID-19. Huh?
Yeah, it is. So you got a Bitburger, okay, and you got a little a nice. A very fancy snack platter. I have to say, Colin, when I eat a snack platter, I'm eating like Funyuns and pizza rolls. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm dipping it in generic yellow mustard.
That's your style.
Like a grown-up spread going on. Like
well, that's Candace made that for me. You know.
Enough.
So,
she's a keeper.
She's a keeper, baby. I gotta say, I'm having difficulty reading the chat screen. Just so you guys know, it's a little cut off, so
Mike's out. She's like
trying to figure that out. I can see who's on there. Mike Cruz, Kira. Alrighty. Well, anyway, thanks for tuning in, Nick. Give us the dual cam here so you guys can see us. What's happening, brother? I figured we could catch up a little because I haven't talked to you much except for doing technical testing and setting up for this live stream. What's new in your world?
What's new? Not too much of anything, right? Nothing in this world seems new. I did for the first time as we're doing this live stream. I have a sign. My mom, she likes to get all like creative with stuff, and she kind of made me a Redskins Hangover care package. It was pretty cute. It was pretty sweet. But one of the things that she included was this sign right here. And I want to get your impressions, just first impressions on that there, Colin. What are your thoughts on this?
Ooh. Um, Danger ahead. Stop Redskins country. There's a lot going on there. What am I
Lot,
supposed to
yeah.
interpret here?
Yeah.
I guess like who am I supposed to stop for? Hold it up again. I'm really trying
Right?
to internalize.
Yeah. Sorry.
Danger
Let me try to get
ahead.
it here.
Stop Redskins country. So I think am I scared as a Redskin fan? Like there's danger ahead, like this season's gonna suck like last year? Or is it, hey, hell no, like we're about to draft Chase Young and everybody better stop right here because he's gonna eat you up like the Predator do. Is that
I
what it
hope
means?
so.
What is your interpretation of this sign?
You know, danger ahead, stop Redskins country. Is it like, hey, look out for the Redskins country, like stop them. There's danger ahead if they keep going on. I'm not entirely sure. I assume like look out, we're gonna beat you, but that's just not a realistic narrative. So,
No, it's not a realistic one for sure.
I feel like, hey, are you going to be a Redskin fan? Stop! Danger ahead! Make sure you know what you're doing before you make this choice.
Now that's a realistic choice right there. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, guys, I just want to let you know I can read the chat now. We figured that out. We're just getting better by the minute here. It's a learning curve. And Mike Cruz, he wants you to stay safe in Vegas, Nick.
Good.
Are you going to do that? Or are you going to go out and party like you're in Georgia or Florida or Texas?
The beaches are open. I'll try to stay safe out there in Las Vegas, but I don't know. I'm trying to break that 6 feet social distancing, huh? I mean, I'm in Las Vegas. Let's live, baby. The city of sin, huh? Let's make some things happen. No, hey, I know the pandemic is very serious, all right? And nobody knows that, somebody lives in the New York City area. All jokes aside, we are being serious. We are having a good time. And in Vegas, we're letting it all hang loose. Just rocking around with my big old suitcase.
Well, it looks like you transformed back home now, though, with the
What?
Stop Redskins. Did you know that your little gimmick is up?
It's a sign. It's a shoot off. Roger Goodell, I'm sure everybody at home knows, Roger Goodell doing the draft from his basement. Roger Goodell being a longtime fan, listener of the podcast Redskins Hangover, he invited, unfortunately, just me, and I was able to make it, Colin. Sorry about that. I didn't include you in that. But I've got my
How long have we
finger
been
on the
doing this
pulse.
together? You didn't say we're a package deal. You couldn't convey that.
Look, these are uncertain times, Colin. And if I've got a meal ticket,
Uncertain time. That's the excuse for everything, right? Hey, we're doing a little birthday Zoom call for me tonight. These are uncertain times. I just don't know if I can make it. You know what I mean? Like I got a lot going on, in my own head. Uncertain times. It's the ultimate excuse for everything.
Uh-huh.
How are you doing with the pandemic? Because I will say, despite all the awfulness of it, I've tapped into my introvert side. This is the most extroverted thing that I've done in quite some time. So I feel more energized in a strange way to take on projects, get this live stream going, working on my class, doing all kind of stuff. So I'm enjoying some of the solace. We'll see how long that lasts, but where do you fall on the introvert extrovert spectrum?
Right now I've really prioritized some certain projects. As you can see, the mustache is coming in full, robust. I don't know if that's coming in clear on everybody's feed, but damn it if that doesn't look like a furry lip right up there, huh?
Yeah, there's a big old caterpillar on that lip.
Yeah, yeah. And I always knocked the mustache for a long time. And I got to tell you, might be some people out there that are going, yeah, Nick, why the hell do you have a mustache on your face? And you know what? It's the woman that sleeps with me. She likes it. So if my wife is good for it, I got to tell you, at the end of the day.
Kira, is that true? You can dispute this right now. I know you're on the chat.
Oh, I forgot she's in the chat.
Hey, welcome everybody. Justine Barrera's in the chat. Uncertain times. She said, very LA, Nick. Ooh.
Hey, I can't make it on time. I've got many things to do. Self-care. Be blessed. Blessed life.
Welcome, Justine. Thanks for tuning in. I know you're a huge football fan, Justine. So I know you wouldn't miss this for the world. We also welcome in Shane Lafferty. Is that how you say his last name?
Shane, yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah, Shane.
How you doing, Shane?
I know Shane.
He says this warms his heart. So thanks for tuning in, Shane.
Shane's like a cousin to me. I have much more hair than Shane does. However, Shane's got a heart of gold, and he would never want to admit that in front of anybody he knows.
Wow, so you're just gonna call him out, throw him under the bus,
right after gold? That's calling somebody out nowadays. Jeez.
More hair? Times. What does that mean? Are you talking about the mustache or on your head?
Well,
or your armpits.
So he works in the military, right? And he just recently got some promotions. He's working his way on through up the system. I'm sure he's going to be a general or whatever the hell you want to be, actually, Shane.
Congratulations.
But yeah, Shane kind of keeps it high and tight. You know what I'm saying? He's not in the artistic, creative, anime swoop hair camp that I've got going on right now.
He's functional, baby. He's functional.
Yeah.
All right, I like that, Shane.
Streamlined for efficiency.
Justine said, whoop, whoop, go Jets. I didn't know she was a big Jets fan, but she is a huge Jets fan. Jets, Jets. And welcome, Lindsay. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Nick. Hey, Kira. I'm Colin. Nice to meet you. If you haven't, we haven't met before. So, guys, I'm excited that people are starting to tune in here. We're almost at double-digit tune-in. Wow, huh? Never thought you'd see the day, would you?
I honestly did not. Hey, I got to ask you a question before we get into all this football stuff, because I know we've got a lot of diehard football fans in this chat room right now.
Yeah, yeah.
So my wife, Kira, right? She's in here. She's in the chat. She does this thing. Incense. Do you do incense at your house, Colin?
Oh yeah, you better believe it.
Right? Yeah, people like the smell. Some people are more candle people. I know Carl's wife and Carl's family. They love to do Yankee Candle.
Yeah.
That shit's expensive. But no. Here's what I wanted to get to. Kira's doing this like cinnamon stick, where she burns the cinnamon stick. Have you ever done this? You ever heard of this?
Burn a cinnamon stick. I've cooked with cinnamon sticks. I've never lit them on fire on purpose.
Yeah.
Maybe on accident, but no. How is it?
I gotta tell you, I like it. I like the smell of it. It's got this kind of campfire thing. The whole kitchen just really lights up, ablaze with this smell. And it's pretty good. It's interesting. I just didn't know if anybody else does it, but it's nice. And the cinnamon stick, it puts itself out, right? So it doesn't just like light up and just go right straight to ash.
Right. That's nice. So you can just put it anywhere, pretty much. Essentially,
we put it on our stovetop. We're big gas stove people. Big advocates for gas stoves.
Now, I will say I have a little bit of a PTSD with cinnamon sticks, because there was an incident when I was in high school, and I'll wrap this up. I'll summarize. Shit. I basically passed out playing laser tag because I was drinking some cinnamon schnapps. Goldschlager, you might be familiar with.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I ended up in a hospital and had a catheter. And, do I need to really expand on any more details?
Wow.
Basically, I don't know if I could handle cinnamon, that kind of smell. Anyway, how about this draft, huh?
Yeah, yeah. Hey, before we get into this, I know this is a draft party, and I thought, what kind of party would it be if we didn't have some kind of welcome to the event shots? Huh?
Ah,
I mean, right?
ah.
What are we doing here? Okay, there's a pandemic outside, y'all, and we got to get with it, right? Get busy living or get busy dying. Wear your mask, wear your gloves, and let's take some shots. I'm sure it's
Sh-
healthy. I've actually heard reports from the departments of very important health officials that alcohol could potentially be the cure for, you know.
Well, that's some bullshit, but I'm with you. Everyone, if you want to go ahead and pour yourself a shot, I'm all about it. I say we get this party started because we're 5 minutes out until the draft officially begins.
Hey, let's
Nice
talk about
Shawshank
that.
Redemption quote, by the way.
Thank you,
You
thank you,
stole
thank you,
that
thank
from
you.
Morgan Freeman. I know.
Top five, right? Yeah, yeah. Old, I think his name was, what was it, Rook? It wasn't Rook. It was something like that. The old man.
Red.
He made me cry. No, that was yeah. That was Morgan Freeman's character. But there was the librarian guy, the white
Oh,
guy,
Brooks.
Brooks. There you go. There you go. All right, what are you shooting, huh? Let's get a little consensus here.
I am shooting. You're not
Jaeger?
gonna believe it. This is no.
Looks like
This
Jaeger.
should I get the bottle?
I
Should
don't
I
know.
put our
I mean, we got
sponsor in?
time, right? Yeah.
So yeah, our sponsor tonight here on
Uh-oh.
Redskins Hangover.
Are you able to show the logo? I feel like our video is going to get flagged for copyright.
Hey, we're doing them a favor, baby. Here on Redskins
Yep.
Hangover, occasionally we do enjoy drinking. This is Seagram's Sweet Tea Vodka.
Oh, wow. That looks like something.
It's delicious. You're a big fan of sweet tea. I'm surprised that you're not a fan of Seagram's Sweet Tea Vodka because it
All
goes
right.
down, and it goes down smooth, Jerry.
Here's my thing, Jerry, about sweet tea vodka is the fact that it's too sweet and it doesn't taste like sweet tea. It tastes like sweet tea liquor. It's like if you like burnt marshmallow, you might really like burnt marshmallow, but you don't like burnt marshmallow liquor. That ain't something that tastes good to you.
Guys, who's with me here? I need some
No,
activity in the
don't be
comments.
with him. There should be
Just-
no reason. There should
Justine
be.
says I have a hangover just looking at it.
There you go. High sugar content, huh? That's some high sugar content.
It is. But I'm a sweet guy, so that's what I'm drinking. What are you shooting?
All right, so I got salt, I got limes.
Oh yeah.
I'm going tequila.
Nice.
Kira's not a
Nice.
tequila fan, and I bought a handle, 1.75 liters of tequila.
Yeah. Well, why not? Who knows how long you'll be quarantined? It could be a while. All right, you're cutting out on me. Well, guys, that's it for Redskins Hangover. I'm just kidding. Let's see if we can get Nick back. Let's get him back. Let's reel him in here. I'm tempted to take this shot without you, but hopefully we get you back here. Let's see. There he is, guys. Frozen in place. Stuck in the mud. Alright, excuse the technical difficulties. We are trying to get back on track. Are you there? Hey.
Hello, Colin. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, baby, I can hear you. Whew, thought I lost you there for a minute. It's gonna have to do another 3 hours without you. All right, so you're tequila. I like tequila too. Kira, what's the deal? Why don't you like tequila?
That's a good point.
All right, so are you putting the salt on your hand? Are you doing the whole?
Yeah. You got the little salt there with right in the crux of the thumb. Yeah, let's get into it, huh?
Justine, you gonna take a shot with us? Huh? Huh?
Yeah, Shane Lindsay, what are you doing? You doing shots?
What kind of shots are you guys doing?
I know you got Will, but somebody be responsible. Pick one. Probably not Shane, huh?
All right, well, I hope that you have gathered your shots. Nick, should we do this, or
Let's do it, huh?
should we wait for
Here we
the
go.
audience here a little more? Give them a little more time.
We can't see them, so let's just assume they're doing it with us at the same time.
Great. We're
Yeah.
assuming, we hold you guys to a high standard that you can keep up with us. We're not going to babysit you. Nicholas,
Here we go.
cheers, my friend, to our first live stream ever.
Woo!
Hopefully many more.
Ugh.
Giddy up.
I gotta tell
Hey,
you.
Candace
Woo.
is drinking too. She's pouring herself a beer.
My whole office is drinking now.
You can't see, but she's getting in there.
All right. Yeah. Aren't you guys glad that you didn't pick wedding in the spring of this year?
Yeah.
You gotta be over the moon, huh? Good choice.
Dude, we were getting pretty close to setting the day, setting the place, setting up everything. And then it hit. Luckily, we didn't put a deposit down. So yeah, we got pretty fortunate with that. Definitely feel for people that have been setting up events.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of setting up events, if you haven't tuned in and you actually give two shits about the NFL draft, it just started. It's on ABC and ESPN. They're going to show us a bunch of stuff. Colin, one question I have, we've already had a number of technical difficulties already. Do you think we're going to see any technical difficulties or glitches? I mean, let's think about it, right? We're here doing a podcast, and yeah, we've only got a couple 100,000 followers, but nobody's paying us to do this. These are multi-billion
Except
dollar.
Seagram's.
That's true. It's true. Sweetgums, sweet Redskins hangover tea, contributing to your hangover every time you drink it. That's my
Writes
voiceover
itself.
voice. Yeah.
Do I think there's
It
going to
look-
be technical difficulties?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I think there probably will. Will the quality be as good as Redskins Hangover live stream? Probably not. So with that said, yeah, there's probably going to be a few technical difficulties. I'd imagine so because they're communicating with the players too, right? They've got to be setting up some sort of system on Skype or Zoom or whatever with the players so they can see their reactions, right?
Yeah, because they got to market it, right? And that's I have to say, right? Let's just take a step back. I am looking so forward. And if you're watching the draft right now, they're showing you the reaction. I mean, these are people, right? These are 22-year-old men that have most likely come from some lower form of income. And their dreams have come true, They've probably come from destitute situations, and you always hear those great stories about the football player buying his mom a house, because they'd never lived in a house before. For me, I got to tell you, in all this pandemic stuff, I've just been excited to have some kind of positive stories. I'm looking for some positive news, some good reactions, and I'm excited to see people's dreams come true tonight. And I never thought that I would give two shits about the NFL draft.
Really? I love the draft. I've always loved the draft. I can remember the year 99 or 2000 when we drafted LeVar Arrington and Chris Samuels back-to-back, number 2 and number 3. I couldn't watch it live, so I recorded it with my VCR. I put a tape in to watch the NFL draft 20 years ago today.
Wow.
So I've been into it for a while. I don't know. I always liked college football, so it was like a mesh, a real meeting point of the two.
Yeah.
And hey, big shout out to Jackson Magnini today. He's our insider. We always get a lot of info. He has become an NFL agent. I just want to say how proud we are of you, buddy. Much love to you, my man. He's on the phones all day, so he can't join us. But pretty awesome. Pretty awesome stuff. What a huge day for him. So a dream come true for him on this draft day.
Yeah.
HB is in the house. Welcome, HB. He says only technical difficulties will be with the Redskins and the draft. Ooh, yikes. Yikes. HB, you
Oh,
want to expand on that a little bit? What do you think, huh? Do you want the Redskins to draft Chase Young and you think they'll botch it? Or do you think that we should trade down? Should we trade down and get some more picks? What do you
good
guys
question.
feel about this draft? You like Chase, or do you want to see us capitalize and get some more players out of this?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
How do you feel,
Maybe
Nick, about that situation?
about the Chase Young. Look, you're going to have to make a Godfather offer for the Redskins to go away from this pick, right? Reports surfaced a little bit earlier today that the Atlanta Falcons were interested in trying to trade for the Chase Young rights. They wanted some generational pass rushing talent. I think Chase Young is where it is, and if you want to do it, if you want to come take the number 2 spot, we're going to look for some sort of RG3 ransom trade, right? Where we get in total three first round draft picks and probably a second round draft pick. So
Yeah.
make us an offer we can't refuse, or no point in calling us. Thanks. We're doing fine. Be well. Wash your hands. Wear a mask.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the vibe, though, right? You can take your own history and look at it and make some changes. And well, RG3, I mean, we paid for him. Now,
Boy, we
granted,
did.
he was the rookie of the year.
We paid.
He took us to the playoffs. He took us to a division title for the first time in how many years? And that was our last one at that. Of course, things didn't quite work out. It was a dramatic change. But we paid through the roof to move up to the number 2 pick. We traded with the Los Angeles, or St. Louis at the time, Rams to make that pick. And we paid for it. So, Nick, you're saying if we're going to give away Chase Young, it's got to be comparable to our own ridiculousness. It's got to be a monster deal that we just can't refuse. You're talking about 3 first-round picks? That doesn't seem possible.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't seem possible, but if we look at it, right, there are a few teams. Whoa! Did you enjoy that boomerang there? Did you get to see that? Whoa!
I thought it was the Seagrams talking.
I didn't have the Seagrams. I had tequila. I'm up, baby. All right, I've got energy.
Good.
But
Good.
if we're going to talk about some trades, right, you're going to have to look at. Hopefully, you're going to find somebody that's interested in moving up, and most of the time, that's for a quarterback. The reason we paid so dearly way back when for RG3 because it was Andrew Luck or RG3, 2 of the top quarterback prospects. I mean, you were getting all sorts of comparisons, and for RG3, you were getting the Michael Vick comparisons. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole of what happened with the RG3 trade. But the point of the matter is, you're going to have to make an offer.
He turned into a tree when he got injured. He was limp and gimpy and stiff and upright. Yeah, he couldn't move.
Look, but we broke him. We broke him on primetime playoff national television. Yeah, I know. We're moving on. We're doing well. We're doing well.
My fault. That was my fault. You said I'm not going to get into it. I got into it. Speaking of which, Kirk Cousins. We didn't get anything for Kirk Cousins.
And hey, but you bring up a good point. We didn't get anything for Kirk Cousins. But you know what? Here's the thing, Redskin fans, if you're out there, if you're frustrated, Lord.
Stream's breaking up, baby.
Knows.
I know that Nick's just going on this amazing rant right now, but no one can hear it. Unless you can all hear it and I just can't hear it, then that'd be the best. But I know he's still going hard. I can hear him every 10 seconds, and then we're gonna do that. This is just how it goes, you know. It's our first live stream. We're figuring out the bit
We
rates.
are.
Are you with me, buddy? The best part of... Hey, there you are.
I'm back. How
I
are
was
you?
just talking
I wanted
to
to show you what a technical
Yeah.
That's what a technical difficulty can do.
Yeah.
I like to keep you on your toes, Colin, huh? Sometimes I'm here and sometimes I'm gone.
Yeah, you set it up for us real nicely, and then bam, all of a sudden we're in a technical difficulty. You know, what a callback. That's comedy right there, right, Justine? Comedy. I was just telling our fans how great it was because I knew you were continuing your rant that entire time, going hard, balls to the wall, but and that you would have to do it all over again.
And that's what I wanted to say. Yeah. I don't even remember where I was talking. I went about 6 seconds, and I realized you had not reacted to me on the stage, on the screen. And then I looked over to my wife, and she gave me some big, nervous eyes. Mm-hmm. And I knew that wasn't good. Yeah. I knew we weren't winning.
Well, let's jump back into it. Kirk Cousins, we didn't get anything for him, and then you went off on a rampage. So you don't have to get all worked up, but if you want to, that's fine. Let's hear what you...
I can look. I've only had a few tequila shots, so I feel pretty controlled, pretty composed, and I'm ready to watch.
How many shots?
What did I say?
Continue.
Sponsored by Seagram's Sweet Tea Vodka. God bless America. It's good. Seagram's, call us. We're available. RedskinsHangover@gmail.com. So here's what you need to know, right? We didn't get a damn thing from the Kirk Cousins trade, and I could get into that. I can already feel kind of Colin the tequila kind of giving me a good little blanket hug here. But that's not the point. I'm here to talk about...
if anyone's an alcoholic out there watching, you know, we're sorry. You know, it's not called Redskins Hangover because we drink. It's just a funny thing. All right. But
my point is that the San Francisco 49ers with Kyle Shanahan, right? Regardless of what you think about with Kyle Shanahan, they were going to make an offer, first-round pick for Kirk Cousins, and we let him go for a third-round compensatory pick, right? We let him go for peanuts compared to a first-round pick. You know why? Because Bruce Allen wouldn't answer the phone. He wouldn't answer the phone to listen to a potential call to make his team, his organization great. Thank God he's gone, right? Hashtag fire Bruce Allen. Yeah, please give it to me. Give it to me, Dwayne. But the point is, right, we don't have that clown in the front office anymore, right? We're dealing with some new people. There's a guy who you probably have no idea who he is. His name's Kyle Smith. He's supposed to be really, really smart, okay? And here's what I want to say, and this is the rant that I was going on, Colin. You got me all warmed up. You got me rocking and rolling here. The point that I'm trying to make is if you're not listening to the offers that are going to be made for that number 2 overall pick, you're doing something wrong, okay? When the Redskins go on the clock there, and you're going to see, and I'm hoping, look, y'all, I'm a Chase Young fan. I'm hoping for Chase Young. I've been in the Chase Young sweepstakes for about 6 months or so. I need Chase Young to be the pick, but I want Ron Rivera, I want Kyle Smith, I want Dan Snyder to be listening to the phone calls, all right? We don't get any extra bonus points for making the pick quicker than anything else. So let that time run down. Let any desperate teams call us, Atlanta Falcons, Cleveland Brown, Miami Dolphins. I'm listening. I want to listen to what you have to say, but I might not want to make the deal that you want to offer me. The point is, I want us to listen, right? We're not a very good team. I'm very concerned that we're going to make the playoffs in the next 3 years. Hopeful, but I'm concerned that we're going to make the playoffs in the next 3 years. And so I want to see us kind of improve, right? I want to see us get better. And for me, that's listening to phone calls, that's networking, that's interacting with other teams, and that's listening to the best offer available. If a Godfather call comes and a Godfather offer is on the table, take the offer, Colin. That's my thoughts.
All righty. Beautiful. Thank you for that. Hey, look who's in the house. It's J Mags. Oh, there he is. We just gave him the shout out. He's in the house now. And yeah, we just gave you a big shout out. We know this is a dream day for you coming true. Let us know how today's going for you. I know you said it's gonna be tough initially, but here's hoping to you and to your work that you guys get some players drafted today. That's pretty exciting. Thanks for coming in and tuning in. We know you're pretty rushed today. You're probably all over the place. So let's go into some of this chat here. Kira says that Nick, you can't function without an audience, and that's why. It's not the tequila. It's that you just need an audience.
Well, good thing we're doing some online broadcasting. Huh?
HB, he says, we're liable to trade away a first-round pick just to go down and grab Tua. I'm super optimistic for this year. Can't you tell? Sarcastic emoji. Justine, LOL, Kira, HB. Maybe need some of that tequila Nick's got.
There you go.
Now,
I got 1.75 liters available, HB.
Now, Nick, you talk about this trade potential where we would need a major league deal, right, in order for this to happen. I'm thinking the way for that to happen is probably through a quarterback. That's where you see people reach in the first round, right? You always see people reach for quarterbacks, okay? We might have even done it a little bit last year with Haskins. I think we took him when we could, and quarterback value is just super high. So
did we take him, Colin, or did Dan Snyder take him?
Okay, I'm not going to get into that. I'm on the Redskins squad, okay? All right, I'm all about it.
Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock, by the way. Just for anybody out there watching the draft, number 1 overall pick on the clock, Zach Taylor, the head coach of the Cincinnati Bengals.
And look at Roger Goodell's talking, and he can't be booed. That's good for him. He's loving this coronavirus. He is so excited. So I think, the way that we could potentially get trade down and get some more picks is if somebody really wanted a quarterback. I know you and I had talked a little bit earlier about the virus actually maybe hurting the Redskins in terms of trade value because, for example, Tua, he was injured last year. He needed to recover. He needed to work out. He needed to prove himself in a certain way to kind of say, hey, I'm back. I'm fully healthy. I'm functional. Nick, do you think that hurts our chances of a trade? Because, who else are we looking at? Justin Herbert? Do people really want to draft Tua or Justin up at a number 2 or a number, in the top 5? Because I don't know if that's true, because it seems like Joe Burrow is the guy, right? He's the only one worth that top quarterback pick. Now, Tua could be a Russell Wilson. He could absolutely be a Drew Brees. He could be that kind of guy. And I wonder, will people reach for him? Does he have enough value for somebody to make us an offer to jump up to that 2 spot to get him? Because I think if anyone's jumping to number 2, they're doing it to grab Chase.
We'll have to see. As much as I love the idea of people jumping up to try to grab Chase, I don't think enough people are going to make an offer. I think Tua was actually one of the few, I think there's a number of candidates for the NFL that were hurt because of this pandemic, all right? Tua, let's not think about it. A year ago, there was hashtag tank for Tua, right? Lose games in the NFL for Tua Tagovailoa. Right. Yeah, damn. I had to say his last name. I wanted to say it on this stream to see if I could do it. Tagovailoa. Whew, got it.
That's difficult. I'm not even going to attempt right now.
No, nor should you. I think that's been a big thing that's kind of hurt him. But now it's Joe Burrow time. It's Joe Burrow time. And with 7 minutes left here on the draft clock, for those of you who don't know, Joe Burrow had a lot of issues, a lot of adversity, dealt with a whole bunch of stuff. Eventually lost his starting job.
because of Dwayne Haskins at Ohio State, and is now, the number one prospect. And I think one thing that I really love as I see kind of the minutes tick by, and the Bengals, I really feel they already know what they're going to do. They're going to draft Joe Burrow. But one thing I've missed, and one thing I really love about the whole aspect of the NFL draft, is that whole kind of catching that moment of some collegiate player, right? Some 22-year-old kid who has spent their whole life trying to build themselves up to that moment, this moment right now, the NFL draft, and receiving kind of that gratification, right? That moment when the NFL team calls you and says, hey, your dreams are coming true. Congratulations. You're a part of one of 32 NFL teams. There's something pretty effing cool about that. And if you're looking on the screen right now, ABC, ESPN, you can kind of see it looks like Joe Burrow is taking a phone call. But good for him. Chip on the shoulder. You love people overcoming adversity. And I don't know, man. In this pandemic, Colin, I find that I want to watch more moments where it's that, home makeover edition, move that bus. I want to see those moments. They mean something to me, and they help me kind of connect with humans in a way that I miss. So yeah, I'm excited for Joe Burrow, and I'm excited for Chase Young.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Good for Joe Burrow. I mean, what a year he had. Insane. Like watching some of those LSU games. I mean, it was unbelievable. I think the Bengals are gonna really strike gold. He looked like the real deal.
Yeah.
Now with quarterbacks, you never quite know. There have been quarterbacks before that have been at the top. Many quarterbacks that have looked like the real deal and just not translated to the NFL. It's a position that's it's harder to evaluate how it's going to be in the NFL. For some reason, it can just all change. There's so many variables going into it, and it's the hardest position in sports to play, I think. So, there's just many intangibles and variables that it's hard to keep track of. We've seen many great college QBs not translate to the NFL. But he certainly looks like gold. Now, that brings me to a point of defensive ends generally translate a little better, okay? Not always, guys that can rush, get on the line, that have athletic ability, you can tend to evaluate them a little better. Not always. I mean, we can go back 20 years ago again. I can remember number 1 pick, Courtney Brown. Yeah, he was like whatever, so, not that great. So you never know with any of these picks, but boy, Chase Young just seems to be the lock of the draft. He's on everybody's number one big board, athleticism and all of that stuff. It's just, he looks like a lock.
It's just cool because, some of you out there might not be big football fans. There was a guy named Andrew Locke. He was a quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. He was a lock, right? A once-in-a-generational lifetime. Everybody compared him to Peyton Manning because he went to Indianapolis, but also because he really was off the charts. Chase Young, all of the information that I get from Chase Young is he is a once-in-a-decade player. He is not a player that comes around too often. He is somebody that you can build an entire defense around. And you know what? I don't hear that too often for a Redskin pick, right? And let's talk about it here, Colin. The defensive line is going to be stacked next year. We've got a lot of great talent at a position that Chase Young already plays, right? Montez Sweat, we already paid a first-round pick. Jonathan Allen, Daron Payne. I mean, good Lord, the first-round picks are really starting to stack up here. But the point of the matter is that not too often you get a prospect that comes in that somebody says, hey, this is probably the best person we've seen at this position in the past 10 years. You should probably really consider that.
Absolutely. Guys, I'm gonna cut to a couple of Something to get you a little bit hyped here as we are close to a Redskins draft day.
I'm feeling blessed. Have to get North and South go up the field against Ohio State. Second down and 10, play action. Ramsey sets up, looks backside, nothing doing. Guess who? Chase Young.
I'm in Chase Young. You won't find a better pass rusher in college football.
I'm feeling blessed.
In trouble, and there he is.
Chase. Shit coming my way, but I ain't feeling stressed. I ain't feeling stressed. This drink got me feeling like the best. Hennessy in my hand got me feeling like the man. Cause your boy been feeling them checks. See the money on the table, gotta make that shit. And these Botox rappers on that fake ass shit.
Playing in a game, learning a few things.
Martinez is hit hard. Basic ass bitch, she price.
I don't know if you're going to find a better defensive player in the country in 2019.
Something like them beans do a hottie with a body, got me sweating like a steam room. Bang, bang, bang. Oh my God, I do this. I don't need a girlfriend, I got a nudist. I don't need to brag, I'm a
This guy is like Barry Bonds in 2001. Third down and 10. Pressure comes and it's stripped.
On a bike and I'm just taking the chances. Watch me roll the dice like life ain't always what it's
Second strip sack of the game for the junior from Hyattsville, Maryland.
I can't tell what's next. Got the Henny in my hand, I ain't feeling stressed. And you can't kill my fucking vibe, bitch, I'm feeling blessed.
Alrighty, guys. There's some highlights of Chase Young. He's an absolute beast, huh? Nick, do we have word that Cincinnati Bengals pick is in?
There you go. Yeah, if you're watching, you can go ahead. You can check to the live cast there on your TV. Joe Burrow finally selected. Athens, Ohio native. He's sticking in Ohio, gonna play for the Cincinnati Bengals. Look, the Bengals, if there's one team out there that's not the Cleveland Browns that has struggled as much as the Washington Redskins, it's the Cincinnati Bengals. And I gotta tell you, what a good pick they have. I mean, you already know he's 70% completion. He's an accurate passer. He really put up some fantastic stats this year that really set him apart for LSU. He was a fantastic quarterback. They gave him his moment. He's going to be a Cincinnati Bengal. But you know what? Now it's time for the Redskins' turn. So now the Redskins are on the clock. As I said earlier, I was really hoping that clock would go almost all the way down to 0. If you're looking at your TV screen, you got about 6.5 minutes left for the Redskins. 10 minutes per pick in terms of the first round. I want that clock to go really way down. I want them to listen to every offer. And if the best offer to improve this team is to draft Chase Young, which I think it is, I'm going to be very happy. I think he's a generational talent. I think he's going to give us something we have not quite seen. And you pair him up with some of those Alabama boys and Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, and include the Temple graduate, Matt Ioannidis. I'm excited. I'm excited for what that defensive front has to do. Fingers crossed, y'all. But let's see. Who knows? Maybe there's going to be that Godfather offer that comes through. Maybe somebody's in love right now with Tua Tagovailoa. Ooh, Colin, I should have followed your lead. I should have not said his name.
Tua Tongue Twister Viola. Yes. It's a difficult name to say. I understand. I don't fault you. I don't think anybody does. It's exciting, guys. We're on the clock. I think my draft here, I'm looking at it on my computer. I'm about a minute behind you, so you're relaying the information a little quicker than me, which is fine.
Yep,
I'm happy to do that because on my clock it says about 6:12 left till our pick, till we have to make a selection. What are you at? 5 minutes?
5 minutes. 5 minutes on the dot right now.
Wow, that is awfully exciting. Michael Moreland here in the chat has joined us. Thank you, Michael, for joining us. He says, "Why are you not in the closet?" If you don't listen to our podcast, you won't understand that joke because we record in there. He also says, "Can we see a little beer?" Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There's a little
Actually,
beer from me.
Mike, I got a problem because my liquor store is not open right now. So I actually was not able to get any beer. They don't open until 1 o'clock tomorrow on Friday. They're open from 1 to 7 tomorrow. So I had to switch to something else, which would just call it cloudy water. Maybe we could do that, huh? It's probably pretty good, right, Colin?
Yeah, absolutely. Just looking at these, I'm not even going to entertain that right now. Just looking at these highlights of Joe Burrow is pretty wild. God, I hope he works out for the Bengals. Oh, it's in, huh? We didn't give all the time. You wanted all the time. What is it, Nick?
Okay.
Lay it on us.
Okay, we haven't found it yet. So it was I saw about 3.5 minutes, right? They're talking to a few people. I don't care who they are. I don't care what they're saying. If the pick is in, there is no doubt, all right? The Atlanta Falcons earlier today called. They were trying to be aggressive with the Washington Redskins. They were trying to get up into that number 2 spot because they coveted Chase Young. Look, we've been talking about it since December on this podcast, Colin. We have been wanting Chase Young. We really feel that he can be a difference maker, even with Montez Sweat, even with Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Matt Ioannidis, Tim Settle, whatever it is. I think this could be a real difference maker. Let's say the Redskins pick is in. Wouldn't it be crazy if it was Tua? Wouldn't that just... It'd be a gut punch.
Yeah, because you could trade Chase. Even if you draft Chase, you could trade him if that's what you wanted to do. You don't mess with that value. You know, you got to take him if you're picking here. Oh, I completely misread this. Michael Moreland said, "Can we see Little Bear?"
Oh, Little Bear.
Is that Michelle Moreland?
Beer.
I can't read this. I'm so sorry. I can barely read this chat. I'm so sorry. Michael, Michelle, what's the difference? Beer, bear? Jesus Christ. I have it all the way to the side here. Yes, we will see Little Bear. He'll make an appearance. I apologize for the lack of... I'm just illiterate. Well. Nick, tell us, is it in?
It's not in yet. Right now, Susie Colbert is interviewing Joe Burrow, who has that Ohio name on. So we haven't gotten it yet. So, still sit back and relax. I just can't see it. I can't see it being anybody else but Chase Young. Once in 10 years, right? Not too many people get those accolades, those requests for their skill set. Chase Young, he's the Predator. For those of you who don't know, hopefully he's going to be donning number 99 during the pre-draft, right? He had some interviews with all of the NFL teams, and he was asked which team meeting was the most memorable, and unequivocally, it was the Redskins draft. Look, Ron Rivera, Jack Del Rio, 2 defensive-minded old-school coaches, they're going to have a field day, I think, with Chase Young. I think it's going to revolutionize not only the culture, the locker room, but also what you're going to see the product on the field. I am very surprised. This might be the tequila talking, but I'm very surprised how excited I am.
It's talking. I thought... They said Little Bear. I thought it said beer. That's how messed up I am.
Can you show us a little beer?
Michael, Michelle, whatever, I'm so sorry. Little Bear, you've been requested to make an appearance.
Michael, you were going to hear him drinking water anyway, because, boy, that dog can drink some loud water. There he is. Come on, Little Bear. All right. Boy, he's not excited about this at all. Well, maybe the plate.
Yeah.
All right, hey, it's the Washington Redskins pick. So while you're going ahead and while you're looking at Little Bear there, Roger Goodell from his basement, he's got a bunch of Redskin fans with the second pick in the 2020 NFL Draft. The Redskins select Chase Young, defensive end, Ohio State. Congratulations, Chase.
There it is, Chase Young. That's pretty exciting. Wow. I think we're awfully lucky. We talked about it all year, Nick. Who's going to win the Chase Young sweepstakes? We did.
Good. Good, good, good. Oh, they're showing a picture of his family right now. Chase Young's hanging out with his family. I don't know why he has stunner shades on. Maybe he's smoking some weed, right? Maybe it's the last time he's going to smoke weed there for a little while. Looking good, donning the black and white NFL Redskin draft. Oh, man, he looks stoked, dude. He looks
This is
stoked.
awesome.
Be a member of the Redskins. I'm thrilled. I am thrilled, Colin. Well done, Little Bear. How are you feeling? Your thoughts on Chase Young being a Redskin?
Oh yeah, Little Bear's opinion or mine?
I want to know Little Bear's. No, I don't care about yours.
There it is. One big yawn. He said, "Hey, you got to have 11 people on the field at a time." So it can only do so. It can only do so much. No, dude, I'm absolutely stoked. I mean, we won the Chase Young sweepstakes, dude. We did it. We talked about it all year. Who's going to win it? The Giants were looking like they were going to get it for a while. You know, then the Dolphins and then the Bengals and all these teams. I mean, it couldn't have worked out any better for us. I think that is celebration for a shot right there.
Oh, the baby, huh? Is that what we're doing here? Okay. Well, you heard it from Colin, all right? Look, my verb conjugation is just going down the tubes here on this live show, all right? So you better get your drink and get it on filled up now, all right?
This is a draft party after all, everybody, so join in.
Huh? Okay, hey, and HB, I'm calling out you, all right, man? God, I love you, brother. You thought we were going to mess it up, and I was hoping not, right? I thought maybe that the tide has turned, the corner has passed. Ron Rivera is riverboating and in a new era. Chase Young,
Yes,
I'm in it, man. A local talent? Come on. I mean, shit, HB, you living out in Baltimore, Maryland. I don't know how far Hyattsville, Maryland is, but you better go over to Chase Young's hood and thank some people here. I'm so excited, Colin!
Yeah, dude, this is awesome. Yeah, HTTR, hell yeah, that's right. Chase Young in the house. That's what's up. We got some new people tuning in. I'm trying to make out this chat screen, although I'll probably botch your name and I'll botch the words that you're saying to me. You guys couldn't be any more happy. Now here's the wild part, Nick. They could trade this pick all throughout this first round. Do you think that that's a possibility? Or you think, hey, no, we're really set on Chase. We're good to go?
I think that the Redskins finally got it through their thick skulls, right? You know Dan Snyder likes a local hometown boy. You know he did it for Dwayne Haskins, and maybe he didn't jump in there on the draft board, but he got us another local talent from Maryland, Chase Young, who I got to tell you, they're showing videos of him singing. And look, I'm not hating on the boys singing, but he could develop it a little more, right? He's got something else to showcase out there. But I think Chase Young is it, man. I am so excited. I really am. I really am excited for it.
I mean, you saw last year with the 49ers, right? What a difference it makes when you have a guy that can rush the passer. I mean, he changes the whole game. If you can get to the quarterback 2 or 3 seconds, I mean, that's going to help everybody out. It's going to help your secondary out tremendously, right? And we know they need help. Yes, we got Kendall Fuller back, which is awesome. We gave up Quentin Dunbar. So it's going to be a work in progress, restructuring that secondary. And, you know, they're going to have to figure out. D-line is clearly the number one unit that we have, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, you got Ioannidis, you got Payne, you got Allen.
Coming in, Jeff Okudah, cornerback from Ohio State. 2 cornerback players going in the first 3 selections.
2 Ohio State players. Yeah.
Yep, who were open for business. Went with Jeff Okudah, who I know a lot of Redskin fans were interested with. Just to tag on to what you were talking about, Colin, we need some cornerback help. But, you know, the hope is that Chase Young, if he can, you know, if he can shorten the amount of time that the opposing quarterbacks are going to hold the ball, he can make a really big difference on the defensive back side of the ball. I mean, he's really a dynamic player for this Redskins defense.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. It's awesome. I just wonder, like, I'm already thinking ahead. What are they gonna do? How are they gonna rotate these guys in and out? Look, it's always great to have depth on the defensive line.
Yeah.
Guys get tired. You want to be able to rotate bodies, and that's something they're going to be able to do. Let's not forget about Tim Settle. He's still in the mix too. They've got quite a lot of players competing at that position now. I mean, they are absolutely loaded.
Yeah.
It's insane. So, yeah, that's pretty exciting. Yeah, 2 Ohio State players off the board in the first 3 picks. Good for them. That university is stoked. They always turn out players every year. And, I mean, hey, Haskins is the QB. He's excited that we got Chase. He was calling his name.
Yeah.
Terry McLaurin, huh?
Terry McLaurin. There you go. And I think, you've probably seen the pictures already with Chase Young, with Dwayne Haskins. They've got their arms over each other. It's exciting to see. Colin, I'm thinking, I don't remember the last time a defensive back, right, a cornerback was taken that high. I mean, number 3 overall, that's pretty staggering. And for you out there just listening, okay, just so you know, New York Giants are on the clock. They got about 5.5 minutes left. And as a division rival, we always want to kind of stay tuned with the Giants, the Eagles, and the Cowboys. But I am not used to seeing a cornerback come off the number 3 overall draft. I don't know. Colin, are you surprised by the Jeff Okudah move?
No. I mean, I think cornerback next to quarterback is probably the hardest position to play. I think it's really difficult to fill. So anytime you get a chance to get a guy that high of caliber, I think you got to take him. Yeah, and I think secondary is essential. I think that's a good pick in my mind. He looks like the real deal. So, I'm not too blown away by it. Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you this then, because, probably some of our Redskin fans, people that follow the Redskins, they're probably a little tuned out here for the Redskins draft, right? We made our kind of big splash. We don't have a second-round pick in 2020, so we're not picking until Saturday coming up. But we do have some rivals, right? Like let's not pretend that we don't care about the Cowboys, the Eagles, and the Giants. Giants are on the clock right now, 4.5 minutes to go. Both the Lions and the Giants, number 3 and number 4, said they were open for business. But the Lions surprisingly did not make any trades. We'll kind of see how it goes. But the Giants, I mean, is there any players out there? And I'm kind of asking the chat room. I'm not sure how many huge football fans there are.
There's some out there. Michael Moreland's getting stoked. He said, "Thanks for showing, for showing Little Bear." Sorry that I butchered everything. He's
Bear.
He's pretty stoked. HTTR. Yeah, everybody's seems to be excited about this right now.
Come on.
Time for another
Chase Young.
shot. Hey, that's what they say.
That's what they say. Is that what they say?
AHTTR. I'm not sure who might that be. Is that Art? Who is that? Reveal yourself, AHTTR. Huh? Yeah. Hell yeah. It might be my buddy Art. I don't know who that is. But I'm on board with the HTTR and time for another shot. This is a draft party. All right. Michael Moreland says Trent goes, we get a second rounder. I'm all about it. If we can get that Trent Williams. Stay tuned for this draft because that's a huge that's a huge story. We got to get some value for him. We can't botch this again.
Colin, I got to tag on to this. And Michael Moreland, you're hitting it, man. You're right on. Look, I've heard some different rumors, right? And a lot of times it's a bunch of bullshit most of the time. But the one team that always keeps coming back to the Trent Williams rumors is the Cleveland Browns, sitting at number 10 on the first round draft there. I have heard multiple sources tell me that the Cleveland Browns really want to see kind of how the first round plays out, how it's dictated, and how many offensive linemen are going to be taken before that 10th overall pick. Yeah. So I know Jeff Okudah just went. It's 2 Ohio State players. But if you are rooting for a Redskin, if you're a Redskin fan right now and you're trying to get maximum value for Trent Williams, in these next 6 picks, you're going to be really rooting for a lot of offensive linemen to come off the board.
I hope so, because we got to get rid of Trent. He doesn't want to be here. Let's ship him off. I'm with you, Michael. A second round, that would be amazing. That would be fantastic. I think Trent's worth a first-round pick, but at this point, we got to get something for him. And I'm not talking about getting a 5th-round pick like we got for Dunbar. I'm not talking about just anything. You got to get something a little better than that, you know? Guys, put in the comments there, please, what you would like to see us get for Trent Williams and what you think is realistic, you know, because I think getting a first-round pick at this point, it's just going to be difficult.
Best case.
That's best case. That's best case.
But who knows? I mean, root for a bunch of offensive linemen to come off the board. If there's 4 offensive linemen coming off the board in the next 7 picks or 6 picks, Colin, Trent Williams' value goes up. Okay.
Yeah.
I know you're probably sitting out there and you're like, okay, the Redskins already picked. Why the hell am I watching this draft anymore? Why do I care? But we've still got some potential trade partners out there. So, yeah, keep an eye out for them. We would like to see some offensive linemen get selected over quarterbacks right now in these next few picks. We'll see.
All right, Nick. Celebratory shot here, huh?
Hey, we getting in it?
To Chase
anybody
Young.
else joining us? Huh?
You're
drinking sweet tea vodka again, huh?
Yeah, I'm not going to change it up at this point.
I'm sticking with the tequila myself.
All right, good for you.
Anybody else? Who's drinking whiskey? We got any whiskey drinkers out there?
I want to be doing this until you're slurring your words and burping up, you know.
It's 8:45. You got about another 40 minutes, and I'm going to be there.
It's only 5:45 for me. All right, Justine's taking off, you guys. Okay, I think I fulfilled my friend duty. Yeah, you did. You absolutely did. We love you. And hey, she's doing a shameless plug. She's performing tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Pacific time. If we want to return the friend duty for her, she's doing a little live show. That sounds fun. And
she knows that's midnight me, right?
Yeah, well, you know.
What are you doing? Knows I'm an hour
virus.
and a half.
The virus. You got nothing to do.
I'm in REM cycle by 9 p.m. Pacific time.
Art says, just get rid of Trent. I'm over him already. I almost got his jersey. Hey. He said bottoms up.
With that being said, huh?
All righty. Almost got his jersey. Congratulations for getting out of that mess. I don't buy any Redskins jerseys unless they're retired or dead.
Yep.
That's just the way it is. It's too big of an investment. Sean Taylor sitting behind me.
It's too much. It's too much. It's too real. Yeah.
I mean, you got that Cousins jersey still, don't you?
I do. I gotta tell you, Colin, that was one of the funniest times. Hey, Giants pick is in. Andrew Thomas, offensive tackle for Georgia. He's being selected. If you're looking at his TV right now, that boy is filling up a couch right now with his family. That's exactly what we are looking for, all right? Unfortunately, that's not good for us because I think Saquon Barkley is going to have himself a field day. But you know what? Maybe Chase Young is going to change how that defensive alignment goes, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe Montez Sweat's not going to be going into coverage for tight ends.
Jesus H. I didn't even mention Sweat's name when we were talking about our D-line, did I?
Well,
Yeah,
why
he's a
would you?
hybrid
You mentioned Tim Settle.
linebacker.
You mentioned a 5th rounder.
I like Tim
and
Settle.
not a-
I like Tim Settle.
Yeah, I like Tim Settle too. He's a Hokie. He's a Virginia Tech boy. I don't know, man. There's something about when you have a Virginia boy come in, and you're a Virginia boy. I'm a Virginia boy. All right. There's something different, and I know we're not corn-fed.
Hey, he's slurring the words. It's getting to him.
But my point is, all right, the Virginia boys, you got to have a little trust for, all right? And Kendall Fuller, he's one of them. Tim Settle, he's another one. You know where they come from. You know where they are. And that was good for us, man. That was a good number 4 pick there. That's an offensive tackle. That's exactly what I was talking about. Bingo.
Yeah, Michael says we're back to a 4-3.
We should be.
I mean, you should be, right? You got to use your strengths. I'm with you, Michael.
The talent you have.
What else are you going to do? Hey, Zachary Lamont joining us. Shout out to Virginia boys, huh? Hey, another Virginia boy joining the chat here. Corn Fred, yeah. Yeah, we got some real local cats coming in, huh? I mean,
I like it.
Chase Young.
It's how you develop a culture. It's how you build a culture. And let me tell you, I if anybody's out there is like, I'm not so sure that Chase Young was kind of the right pick, I disagree with you. And this is why. I think Chase Young has a real capability to affect a lot of different positions on that defense, right? Number one, you're going to give Jack Del Rio, a historically fantastic defensive coordinator. Yeah, he's not so great as a head coach, but he's a damn fine defensive coordinator, all right? You're giving Jack Del Rio a blue chip chess piece to play with, okay? That is money in the bank. And you look at the defensive line, the pressure that you're going to be bringing, you don't have to worry as much about your defensive backs, right? Quentin Dunbar, you've already probably heard Colin be offended by that. If you haven't, go check out his article on RedskinsHangover.com. We got a blog. You got to go check it out, all right? We do not have the strongest defensive backs. Josh Norman is out of there. He signed a 1-year deal for $6 million with Buffalo. Kendall Fuller is there. Quentin Dunbar is out. We got Fabian Moreau. We got Jimmy Moreland. We got a bunch of late-round prospects. You know what I'm saying? We got to get into it, but I think Chase Young is going to make a difference. He's going to get that ball out quicker, which is going to give you a lot more flexibility with the defensive backs. I think it's just a win-win-win all the way around. And right now, as I have it, there's 3.5 minutes for Miami, one of the biggest teams to potentially trade up or trade down. They've got 3 first-round picks this year. And what I'm seeing is a direct stream with Tua not getting any phone calls right now. Makes me think that Chase was the right call at number 2 for the Redskins.
He's absolutely the right call because, right, even if you didn't get a trade offer that you liked or something, you know, some crazy 3 first-round pick, like you said, that would make you change your mind. If someone were to say, you know what, we still really want Chase, you still have him. You can make the trade anytime, right? If some team comes to you now and says, hey, we've worked out a deal, you know what, we want to give you our first-round pick right now, and we give one to you next year and the year after that. You know what I mean? There's all that potential. You don't just change it up. He's the absolutely most valuable player in the draft. Joe Burrow, you know, is right in there. So I think it's a great call. They're watching Tua, it looks like the Dolphins are. So a lot of Dolphin fans, they want a quarterback. They want a franchise player. Tua could be that. I mean, he really does kind of remind you of like a Russell Wilson or a Drew Brees. He's not the biggest guy, but I mean, like Drew, he's incredibly accurate. He's just so accurate. I'm curious to see what the Dolphins do here. They got a lot of draft capital. They've got, you know, tons of cap space. They can do a lot of things. They're in a good position. I mean, they started it, right? The Finns tanked. They were the ones to tank. You don't really see that as much in the NFL like you do in basketball. It's a little harder to do so, but they kind of shut it down, you know? they kind of shut it down in more than one
They
way.
did. They did until Ryan Fitzpatrick, okay? And if y'all, I don't know if anybody watched the Redskins Dolphins game this year, okay? But it was unfortunately the highlight of the Redskins season, okay?
Yeah.
Because it was a competitive game. It was interesting.
Yeah.
It was fun to watch.
Yeah.
But damn it, damn it all to hell. They shouldn't have been that good, and they should have tanked, and they would have had a much better position. But you know what it was at the end of the day, at the end of the season for 2019, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Fitzmagic, right? And if you don't know who Ryan Fitzpatrick is, he's kind of this journeyman quarterback who came from, what was he, Harvard or Yale?
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Anyway, he's got a fierce beard, okay? And he went ahead and he just wins games. He wants to play. Hey, number 5 pick is in, Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa, quarterback for Alabama.
Wow.
Miami gets their quarterback. Colin, your initial thoughts? Whoa, hodalolly.
They were probably stoked, right? They were probably stoked that he fell and that nobody jumped on him before. You know, they got their franchise QB. They didn't have to trade in the way that, you know, we thought they might have to go up. Good for them. Is it a reach? I don't know. It's hard to tell with the quarterback. Yeah, good for them. I think Tua is a good pick. I mean, just watching Tua come off the bench in the championship game against Georgia as a redshirted, was he? I think he was redshirted. He was a freshman in the second half and leave them to an overtime victory, and seeing the spin on that ball and just being like, who the hell is this guy? He hasn't played a down all year, pretty much, you know? And they just insert him in the biggest stage you could imagine, and he goes out there and wins them the game. I mean, he's a baller, and I don't know. I think he's a good chance to take. So, good for the Dolphins.
Yeah, good for the Dolphins. I mean, look, the Dolphins are a loser team too, right? I know they had the only undefeated season for all
What do you mean,
NFL
two?
teams. Come on. What do you mean two? We picked at number 2. What are you asking here, Colin? Huh?
Nothing. Move on.
You know, and my point is, good for him. He's got a great suit on right now, and if you're not watching it, you should. Tua looking good, sitting in his Hawaiian house. God, it looks beautiful. It looks like everywhere I want to be right now. If you're not looking at the camera, you should. It looks gorgeous. It looks like a vacation house. Sorry. I got a little carried away, huh? They're all wearing lays, so I got excited about it.
Just watching his footwork is unbelievable. I mean, his
Yeah.
footwork looks incredible. He is quite agile in that department, well coached up. I think that's a nice pick. They're showing those highlights of that Georgia game. He scans the field pretty well. Good for the Dolphins, huh? You got your boy. You didn't need to trade up again or anything like that. So yeah.
And tank for Tua, right? Hashtag tank for Tua. You didn't have to do it, Miami Dolphins. I mean, you were at some point in the first week of November, right? November 1st, you were going for Tua Tagovailoa, and you know, you were debating between winning the game against the Redskins or losing it. And somehow you actually ended up with a better record than the Redskins. You went with the number 5 draft position and yet got the person that you were looking for. This is a win-win. You get to keep, I mean, excuse me. They've got 2 other draft picks right now, Colin. If I was a Miami Dolphins fan, I mean, I am feeling pretty good right now about getting Tua at number 5.
Absolutely. I think he's the right person to pick because those quarterbacks, you know, they always get reached for so they come off the board a little sooner. Yeah, let's not forget when we played the Dolphins, and we talked about this on our podcast, that was some sketchy ass shit, huh?
It was.
We saw some weird stuff going on when they ran that 2-point conversion that it looked like they'd never run before in the history of the world. Like they hadn't practiced it once and failed, and we won the game. I mean, at the time, we were saying the season's over. Great. I guess they're just trying to, get Tua at number one or get somebody at number one, win the Chase Young sweepstakes or something. And somehow, you're right, they ended up with a better record than us in a worse
But we
draft pick.
won, right? We won, Colin. We got Chase Young. And I have to tell you, I know it sounds silly, and I'm not somebody that follows the draft much at all. But to get Chase Young at number 2 makes me feel like I won. I won something. I did something right, and I don't know why that is, but as a Redskin fan, that feels really good.
Yeah, you're invested in this team. I mean, you've been watching this team for quite a long time, and
Too long.
we do a podcast, every week during the regular season for the last
Too many
5
times.
years. So, you're invested. You want something good to happen. And not only, what's exciting about the draft is all about hope. It's not about results. It's about hope. And Chase Young gives you hope.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
He can make a difference.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see how it goes. If you're following live along, okay, we've got number 6. The Chargers pick is in. We're going to see kind of what happens. Who knows, okay? But again, if you're kind of keeping score and you're a Redskin fan, you're hoping that you're going to see another offensive lineman come off the board. That's going to be kind of good news for everybody. I know, Colin, I know it's silly, but I really think Cleveland could potentially offer a second round and plus. Like second round plus. Come on, man. That's good.
Yeah, second round plus would be fantastic. Let's hear in the comments section what you want to see from the Trent Williams trade, what you would like to see. I mean, let's make it happen. Let's get him out,
Let's
right?
talk about that shit, huh?
Art says time for another shot. He also gives a beer mug emoji. Cheers. Art, cheers, brother. I hope you're doing well, my friend. We live so close, and yet here we are so far away. But yet close again, thanks to this live stream. Candace Cervantes has joined the chat. She says, "What's up?"
Hey.
Hello, beautiful. I don't know where you are.
She's a good-looking lady, huh?
Probably out back. She is a good-looking lady. Yeah.
She is. If I was him, I would try to lock her up as much as I could.
Yeah. Well, I did it somehow, some way.
Heyo! Heyo!
You guys, what I would also like to know in your comments section here is not only what you would like to see from the Trent Williams trade, but are there any players out there you don't want to see your rivals pick? Are there some draft picks that you
that's
just...
That's a good one, Colin. That's a good one. I like that idea.
That you're just a little scared about? If you follow the college game hard or you've been doing some draft research even... Is there any players out there that you just...
I got to interrupt you here. Number 6 pick is in. The Chargers. I know you're just getting it right now. The Chargers pick is in. Justin Herbert. Quarterback from Oregon.
Wow.
Tua and Justin going back to back.
I'm telling you, once those quarterbacks start getting picked, they start to fall. People like to take chances on them. They reach for quarterbacks. We've seen it time and time again. And who knows? Justin Herbert might be great. I don't know. Willie? I wouldn't put any money on it.
We'll see.
Do I think there's safer bets out there in the draft? Absolutely. But
Jalen Hurts? You think Jalen Hurts is the next quarterback? You think that's what's going on?
Oh, I don't know about that.
There's another
I mean,
guy, and I'd like to hear if anybody has to say this. Some sort of a Utah State. What's the quarterback from Utah State? Jesus, the liquor's starting to get to me.
boy, he's slurring. Just what you wanted, Art. Cheers, 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 huh? I don't know. You're gonna have to look that up there.
Oh, Jesus. Love. His last name is Love.
Jordan
Justin
Love, right?
Love? Jordan
Jordan.
Love. There you go. Utah State. Jordan Love.
Got it. we know our stuff.
Yeah, I mean, come on, guys. We're an hour and 5 minutes into the draft. Okay, if you're trying to figure out what's going on with us.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I mean, let's look. Yeah, he's probably the next up, right, Jordan? I mean, some people thought he would go before
He's late.
Justin Herbert.
Yeah, no, but he's late. I mean, I've been hearing it's a stretch for him to be in the teens.
I hear, yeah, first or second round for Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
You got Jake Fromm from Georgia, probably going to go third or fifth round. So, I mean, Jalen Hurts is also like maybe second, third round pick. So, I don't know. That could be it for first round, unless we see Jordan Love go. I think he's probably the only other player projected to go possibly in this round. Everyone else, I mean, it's just not a great year for QBs. So, you can't blame teams for maybe reaching a little bit for Herbert.
I don't know. I gotta tell you, right, Colin? I was hoping people were gonna try to. I wanted the Godfather offer. I'm not gonna lie to you here.
Yeah. What now? Let me ask you, Nick. Would you have rather had the Godfather offer, 3 first-round picks, or 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick for Chase Young, or would you rather have Chase Young?
Oh. Wow. You are really making me think.
Because look, we need an offensive tackle badly. More so than we need a defensive lineman or someone that can rush the passer. We need How is Haskins going to get anything done next year? How are we going to evaluate him properly when he doesn't even have time to throw, when no one's protecting his blind side? We need a tackle, and the Godfather deal would have been better than Chase Young. I'll say that.
Okay. Do you believe that, or are you just saying that to instigate me?
I do believe it. You need 11 people on the field at once.
Okay.
If you could have drafted 2 players this year in the first round, or if you could have a first round pick just a couple spots lower, and then have a first round pick next year, and then one after the following. I mean, look, we know Ron Rivera is rebuilding, and he's doing it slowly. He's taking his time. He's going through in his own way. He's making things happen at his own pace. He's not trying to just bring every star in here and there. He wants guys that have a good work ethic. He wants to build a team. And you got to give Haskins some time. Look, our defense, and who's to say? Maybe Chase makes such an impression where he's getting to the quarterback in 3 seconds every play, and you're just like, yeah, this is the right pick. He's unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to argue the pick, right? If no trades are going to be offered, that's the pick.
Correct.
But if you could get 2 first rounds for him, or 2 players lesser than him, physically gifted, do you get them? Would you do that? If someone were to call the Redskins right now, hey, I want to give you my first round pick, this year, a second-round pick this year, and a first-round pick next year for Chase Young. What do you do, Nick?
No, I'm not interested. Do you know what? Here's my thing. If I'm Ron Rivera and I'm listening to these, regardless of what I need, you know what? I am not looking at a 1-year rebuild. I'm looking at a 2-year rebuild. And so right now, I want to take Chase Young and I want to mold him into my system. I want to make him the most effective defensive end that I can. I want to really value what he brings to the table. And for me, he sets a culture. He sets a rhythm. He sets a difference maker, right? It sets a tone. Yeah. When Chase Young is sitting there, even at 20 years old, he's going to buy in to Jack Del Rio. He's going to buy in to Ron Rivera. I feel it is somebody you can mold. It is a chess piece. It is a queen piece that you can mold, you can develop, and you can put on your board that's really going to allow you a bunch of strategic advantages. I think Chase Young, regardless of what somebody – I mean, here's the thing, Colin. What is the Godfather offer, right? It's a lot of promise, a lot of hope with nothing built in behind it, right? Okay, maybe the players in the next year are going to be good, right? Maybe Trevor Lawrence, right, from Clemson is going to be the next winner of QB lore, whatever it is. The point is you don't know, right? You thought this time last year that Tua was going to be the end-all, be-all. But you know what? You know who went number one? Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, somebody who didn't have anything to do with Tua. And I think every year changes. Right now, Chase is a once-in-a-generational talent. I'm excited to see what he contributes. I think he sets the tone. He sets the demeanor. He sets the culture for Ron Rivera, Thomas Davis, Jonathan Allen, Landon Collins. That defense is set now. You've got a defensive team now, rocking and rolling into the 2020 NFL year. And if Dwayne Haskins sucks, if he just fucking lays ass for most of the 2020 year, well, you know what? It was a defensive team all along. And, you know, in 2021, we'll be able to draft Trevor Lawrence. I don't know. I don't think Dwayne Haskins is the answer.
Wow, as the Dwayne Haskins transition comes up. So you're already saying Dwayne Haskins isn't the answer, is what I'm hearing in your voice. You're saying build the defense, don't even worry about it, take the best value possible right now in Chase Young. And I hear that. It is hard to argue because he is a difference maker. He seems like he is a leader from the get-go. Yeah, he's young and he's a rookie, but his promise and his talent and his potential is so high. I mean, his expectations are so high that he has no choice but to enact himself as a leader, right? To be the guy on defense. And it is hard to argue that, I will say. I don't know if he completes... I don't think he completes the defense. I think you still need a corner. You still need a free safety. You know, at least. And linebackers, we can get into that, you know. But he's a difference maker, and he's going to help people around him because I do believe in the philosophy that if you win in the trenches, then that's where you got to start with the trenches first. If you can win there, then you can start winning games. Because that's where it all kind of boils down to. That's the very first push. If you can get to the QB, like you said, you're going to help out your corners. You're going to help out your safeties and all of that. But you got to score points in this league too. And, man, on offense, look, dude, we're hurting at offensive line. Not just at the tackle position, but across the whole offensive line right now. It's a little tricky. Morgan Moses had his worst year last year. You know, Scherf, he had his worst year last year. And I think, you know, he's a solid player and he can be all right. But, you know, I don't know. We lost some people And with Trent Williams, with his absence, I just really think you're not going to find a tackle in this draft unless you do it in the first round. And it's going to be trouble. But hey, defense wins championships. So I agree with the pick. But if someone were to make an offer, I would strongly consider it. Because I think it's going to take time for the Redskins to be a contender. I don't think they can be a contender this year. I think they need more pieces. And you need more pieces. So, Chase is a valuable person to trade. Hard to argue the pick. His difference-making skills is just... it's off the charts, right? So, I'm certainly not upset with the pick at all. I am absolutely in a good mood about it. And I think this is kind of what you're saying, is that pick feels like a lock. It just feels like a sure bet. If you're to trade and pick up some other guys, maybe it would help our team more. Maybe it would be more pieces. But it doesn't feel like the sure lock that Chase Young is.
Yeah. And if you're just following into the draft, number 7, the Carolina Panthers went with a defensive tackle, Derek Brown. But you can already kind of see Arizona Cardinals coming in with the number 8 overall pick. This guy was quite the rage going on. Isaiah Simmons of Clemson, the outside linebacker. He was quoted as saying, if you're looking for a 53-man roster, I will make it a 58. I guess the idea being that he will contribute 5 people's worth to the roster. But so far, we've only got one kind of offensive tackle off the board here, as we were talking about kind of the Cleveland Browns keeping notice with the board. And, the Arizona Cardinals, they're sticking with a defensive player. And that's okay. It's okay. We still got some hope. We still got some trust. How you feeling so far, Colin, in terms of how the draft board has played out so far?
Good, right? We got who we wanted to at number 2. The rest of it, it's somewhat irrelevant. Although I do agree with you, the more offensive linemen that can come off the board, in particular tackles, the better for us. I think
Jacksonville.
I think that's kind of the only thing you're looking out for, right? Right now.
Yeah.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but our next pick isn't till what, the 3rd round?
3rd round. That's correct. Yeah.
That's
Give away the second pick in the second round draft to the Indianapolis Colts for the rights to draft Montez Sweat, who has not yet kind of produced. However, maybe it'll come back around. Maybe things will work out for us. But you can kind of hear the scratch in my voice. It ain't sounded too good.
Yeah. Michael Moreland says, uh-oh, the eyes are drooping. Kira, thank you. She said that irrelevant, but the jacket is 15 out of 10. I appreciate it. Found it at a thrift store. Yeah.
Wow. How much?
If you come back to LA, $100.
Okay.
$100.
Okay.
Feeling good about it. Absolutely.
Yeah. You look good.
Thanks. And back at you. Yeah. I was surprised you even put a shirt on, let alone a suit jacket.
You told me to. You told me I had no choice. You said you wouldn't broadcast this.
I won't broadcast it unless I put a shirt on. Nick, how do you feel about our linebacking core? Is that something you want to see addressed in this draft? What do you want to see if we don't make any trades, if we stick with Chase, our Locke, that we're all pleased about? Maybe we have ideas about trading, getting offensive linemen and more players or whatnot. But no one's ever going to sit there and be like, I don't know about that, what we did. We got Chase Young. Let's say we don't make any more trades. What do you want to see in that 3rd round pick? What position do you want addressed? Do you want them to go get a tackle in the 3rd round? Or do you want them to see get a linebacker? Maybe a cornerback? Free safety? What are you looking at right now?
Right. So that brings up another point, Colin, is like kind of what are we looking for, right? And at the end of the day, you've got to be concerned with a number of gaps that are in the Redskins roster, right?
Yeah.
Free safety, right? Monte Nicholson, you thought he was going to work out a 4th-round pick. It didn't quite happen. However, we can figure out some free safety stuff. Okay, I'm not too worried about that. Apke, he's a guy. He's from Penn State. He doesn't have much experience, but you know what? He's fast, and maybe he'll figure it out. Okay. I don't really care because here's the biggest thing, Colin, and this is probably the most controversial aspect of it. We're not competing. We're not competing to win next year. So let's not pretend. Let's not pretend that we're doing that. I am interested in getting better. I do want to see what Chase Young contributes to the defensive line. I'm hoping Matt Ioannidis makes more sacks because of Chase Young. Montez Sweat gets his act together because of Chase Young. I am hopeful that some pieces will start to align. But in terms of what I need to see for this first year, it's a mulligan, man. I don't care. I want Ron Rivera to figure out what his system is, what works, who needs to stay and who needs to go. This is all an experimental year for 2021, and I'm just excited to see Chase Young hopefully wreak havoc like a Bosa brother out there.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you brought it up. I wrote an article about how our organization is signaling that we're not competing this year by some of the free agency moves that we made and getting rid of Dunbar. And that's okay. That's not a bad thing. It's saying that this is going to be a building process. And I'd rather build from the draft. I'd rather build slowly and putting pieces in place that everybody's happy with, building some cohesiveness as opposed to just trying to bring in anybody here and there and, just knowing that it's going to take some time. So I'm with you on that. It's okay. There's a number of ways to go in the 3rd round, and maybe you do just take best available, I think you have to start looking at some positions, right? You can't take another defensive lineman. But yeah. So Michael Moreland says Montez Sweat, he did produce at the end of last year. He had 8 sacks last year, Nick. What do you say to that?
No, you're absolutely right. And look, my issue is not with Montez Sweat. I think Montez Sweat is actually a great player. The problem I had, Michael, was with your defensive coordinator, right? Greg Minuski. He was terrible. I mean, good Lord. He was allegedly in the meetings to find a replacement for his position. I am so glad that Greg Minuski is getting the hell out of there. Jack Del Rio is going to redefine what the defensive whole cohesion is going to be. He's going to play people to his strengths. Look, he was a head coach. He went through some adversity there. I think Jack Del Rio is going to bring a real discipline, a real kind of bounty there for the Redskins defensive line. I'm excited to see what's going to happen because, God damn, Greg Minuski just sucked. He was terrible. Okay, and it's about time that he's gone. We got to get some new sheriffs in town. Somebody asked me earlier, Ron Rivera, Jack Del Rio, shit, man. Scott Turner, I don't know anything about Scott Turner. I don't feel terribly confident about him, but lazy eye be damned. He's got to be better than where we were, right? 3-13.
Lazy eye be damned. Yeah. I mean, what? You can't do much worse than that. It's a whole culture change, right? Going back to the chat here, Art, who said, I'm taking a break. I'm going to the garage. Don't say anything important. I know what that means because I've been to his house before. He's doing a little smoky.
There you go.
Go ahead, Art.
Colin.
And then when he comes back, he says, time for another shot, Nick.
Oh, shit.
He's just pushing our buttons here.
Little Ollie.
All right, Art.
All right. I'll think about it. Okay.
I'll do it for Art. Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
miss seeing Art. I miss going to his house, watching games. I hope there is a season this year. I'll do that.
I got to get into it here, Colin. As I was going on, the pick came in for number 9 overall. Went with C.J. Henderson, defensive back out of Florida, number 9 overall pick. Interessante, number 10, Cleveland Browns. The pick is already in. We're going to see kind of what that is. If they pick an offensive lineman, I'm not going to be feeling too good about the Trent Williams trade, okay? So I'm holding off, Art. Okay, you go to the garage, you figure out what you need to do. Look at that.
He already did it.
Chainsaw.
He's back. He's
back.
back.
He's back. Oh,
He's
you're
saying,
much quicker.
He said, "Hell yeah, time for another shot." So I'm ready when you are, Nick. I want to know, Zach, if you're still watching out there, I'd like to know what you think of this. He's close to Jacksonville. He's in St. Augustine right now. And I'm curious to see if you think C.J. Henderson's a good pick for the Jags. I know you're still a Skins fan. But probably a good pick for them, right? Florida to Jacksonville. That was probably an easy sell some jerseys pick. Not to mention he's a pretty fantastic corner, even though I hate the Florida Gators with everything in my body. I hate them. I think their uniforms are repulsive and just everything about them. They suck.
Colin, have you seen the beef between the Jacksonville Jaguars front office and what's his name, Yannick Ngakoue?
No, do tell.
Well, let me tell you, if you haven't, you got to look at, and I'm butchering his name, y'all. Okay, so please don't pretend like I know Yannick Ngakoue. I don't know. He's a Jacksonville Jaguar defensive end. He puts up a huge amount of sacks. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, put it on my tab. He's kind of ripped. What's his name? Shaka Khan, whoever the hell the owner is there for the Jacksonville Jaguars. His son is in the front office, and they've just had a back and forth, very public Twitter spat about getting traded and drafted and increasing value. It's been weird. It's been weird kind of going on. I got a lot of similarities to Trent Williams' situation, even though. Oh, hold on. Sorry, Colin. Big old little pause here. The Cleveland Browns selection is in. Okay, if you're following along, you're probably concerned about what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. Are they going to be trading for Trent Williams, or are they going to be selecting an offensive tackle? Well, holy shit. They went with Jedrick Wills Jr., offensive tackle for Alabama. The Redskin fans love some Alabama players. They went with an offensive tackle there with the number 10 overall pick. Colin, you think that kind of screws up the Trent Williams stuff?
Yeah, it screws it up, absolutely, right? They just got a tackle where they wanted. They didn't have to trade. They just picked somebody up. What are they going to trade that tackle for Trent? Probably not, right? He's a rookie. He's got a lot of time. They still get him top 10. Yeah, that's definitely not quite what we wanted to see.
No.
We wanted to be able to see Trent get pushed and get some value for him. Yeah, I am a little concerned about what we're going to do in order to get Trent out of Washington because he doesn't want to be there, and what we're going to get back for him. Jesus, I don't want to get a 5th round pick. I don't want to get some compensatory pick for him, Nick.
Yeah.
How many times can we botch player relationships with the organization to the point we're not getting any value for them back? I mean, we've talked about this time and time again. It's an absolute concern. I don't know. What can you do? You can't control it, right? I'm sure they're sitting around trying to make moves. I'm sure that's the next thing. They don't have a 2nd round pick. What do they have to work on right now besides getting Trent Williams the hell out of Washington?
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. Look, Jedrick Wills Jr. was not. It was not the number one. I don't know. This was not a name that I kind of saw floating around a little bit. Maybe I'm naive. I definitely wasn't watching too intently with the draft, but frustrating. Frustrating to see Cleveland, our number one draft partner, potential trade partner for Trent Williams, not want to take taking an offensive tackle. I'm bereft, man.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, though, Nick, my expectations were not very high when it comes to Trent Williams being traded for a first-round pick. They just weren't.
Yeah.
They weren't. And one reason is because we always botch stuff like this as an organization. We're not very savvy about, I don't know, we're just not savvy with player relationships. When they end, they seem to end bad. Swearinger, Foster, Cousins, Trent. I mean, it's just like one after another lately.
Zach Brown. Yeah.
And look, we're making changes. Bruce Allen's out of there. Thank the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
But it's time to recreate a new culture so that we can move guys with efficiency. When guys are happy, when they're not fighting because they're bitter for a contract, when they're not trying to get 2 contracts worth of money in 1 year like Trent Williams is doing right now with his agents, it's a little easier to pass them around. It makes it more difficult when they're combating with the current organization. It's a mess. So, I just hope we work that out and can we get a 2nd-round pick for him? Is that even possible? My hopes aren't even high for that, Nick. They're not. What do you guys think in the comments section? Michael Moreland, he says, what number is Chase going to wear? What number do you want to see him wear?
99.
I don't care. I just want to see him.
Listen. Okay, he wants to be 99. He talked about it. He did an interview with it, and he wanted to be 99. He played number 9 in high school. In terms of defensive line numbers in the NFL, you're limited to the amount of numbers that you can do. Right now, number 99 is Caleb Brantley. Who? Cleveland Brown. Yeah. Cleveland Brown prospect that we picked up on the waiver wire. Look, come on. Chase Young is going to be number 99 because Chase Young wants to be number 99. And whatever number Chase Young wants to be, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, because Dan Snyder's cool with it too, dude. Because he said, this is the
local
jersey
kid
that we are selling this year. Chase Young. And it's all about hope, right? He doesn't have to do a damn thing. People are going to buy that jersey.
Hey, I want to ask you, Colin, because I probably don't have too much time left on this because I'm losing interest in the draft. Do you think that Dwayne Haskins, right? One of the big things about Dwayne Haskins was that he came out of Ohio State not being only 1 year as a starter, and he was not able to pick up on the Jake Gruden offensive system very quickly. He's going to be learning his second professional system in 2 years. Are you worried about that? Do you think that Kyle Allen is going to be the future signal caller for the Redskins?
Nick, I'm not worried about it, but that doesn't mean it's a good thing. It means I'm not worried about it because I think it's a huge problem. And I think, like you said, we're just focusing on the defense here. That's a whole nother process to work out. I'm not worried about it because I can't control it. And that's what I'm trying to live by right now. But yeah, am I worried about it as a fan? Like, in the aspect of, do I think Dwayne Haskins is going to really excel this year? I don't know if it makes much of a difference changing up his system or not. I think it was probably so overwhelming just getting thrown in there behind that shitty offensive line, injury-ridden, and just, the owner making the call down to the coach saying, look, we got to get Haskins in right now, and just being thrown to the wolves a bit, that probably helped him, though, for this year. So, yeah, I think it's going to be really difficult for Chase Young. We got to pick up a receiver. We got to pick up some help on the offensive line. I think this is going to be, in a way, like you're saying, it's kind of a reset. He's learning a new system. It's going to be his full year as the starter. Let's give him a shot. And I'm glad that we didn't do any quarterback finagling, and grab Tua and try to start it over. Although time will tell. But, let's commit to him. Let's give him his best shot. So I'm a little concerned, absolutely, to see if we can put up more than 20 points a game or whatever.
It's concerning because I'm not sold that Haskins is the answer. I'm not.
Yeah.
I hope he is. I hope he's going to turn out to be just great.
Is anybody sold that he's the answer? I don't think so, right? I think we're all hopeful. We're all hopeful.
Some people are, Colin. Some people have convinced themselves that Dwayne Haskins is like the second coming of Christ. I don't get it.
Look, I've been watching the Redskins my entire life, 30 years, and I know there's people in this chat, Art, that have been watching them for longer than that, and they can tell you there's a lot to be concerned about. It's hard to put your trust fully in there. Art says, hey, he's Trent Williams, he's just going to get cut anyway.
Oh, boy.
He's just going to get cut. That's how it's going to go down. He's down for a Chase Young jersey, though. And he also said, okay, Nick, you're not done here. You just need another shot. All right. I'll do it. Are you with me, Nick? Oh, he's cutting out at an inopportune time, huh? He'll come back to us. He always does. Art, how do you feel about Dwayne Haskins? Are you sold on Dwayne Haskins? Are you hopeful about Dwayne Haskins? Or do you feel like Dwayne Haskins is not the answer? And I'd like to know, Michael, your opinion too, if, where you're at with the Haskins opinion. Because I am kind of with Nick. I'm not convinced he's the answer. He's very raw. He's got a lot of physical talent. And I'm just hopeful. I'm really hopeful. I don't know. Where are you guys at with this Haskins bit? Also, Nick, all right? To Art, peer pressure.
I got to get my... Yeah, make sure Art's good, because Art peer pressured me into this.
I hope you're doing this with us, Art. Tell me you're doing this with us. Give us a cheers emoji. Michael, I hope you're joining in on the fun as well.
Michael and Art, giddy up, brothers.
Yeah, all righty.
All right.
Seagram's sweet tea vodka. Woo! Great. I also haven't drank in quite some time. That first week of coronavirus, I was drinking a good amount. Because what else the hell are you going to do? But then I said, hey, I'm not really feeling any better or even any different, and that's not good. So I stopped drinking. And now here I am with you, Nick, a terrible influence. And Art is really the bad influence.
Art. Yeah, it's Art's fault. It's not my fault. I didn't do anything. This is Art and Michael, okay?
Art says he's hopeful. He's also in the hopeful boat. He likes what he sees. I don't know if he means he likes what he sees with Haskins or with us.
Chase Young? Yeah.
He's talking about Haskins, though.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hell yeah, you guys are awesome. Cheers. Thank you. Michael says, I feel like Nick looks like a game show host, but well, yeah,
Michael, you're right, man. It's what I do. Actually, right now, my job is I host online game shows. So I know it sounds a little bit silly that I look like a game show host, but damn it, Michael, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Better Call Saul up in the house. Hey, I need to catch up on some Better Call Saul. I got a couple episodes to catch up on. You still watching that show, Nick?
It's a sore subject, Colin. Do you want to get into it?
Well, I guess we got to now.
Here's the thing, y'all. I don't know how many of you are Breaking Bad fans out there. It's a great show. It's a good show.
I'm rewatching the entire series with Candace. It's her first time. It's quite an experience. It took her about 5 episodes to get into it. I had to pressure her all the way through, and now she won't let me sleep. Can we watch another episode? Can we watch another episode? She can't stop.
Look, I like Breaking Bad. I think Breaking Bad is a great show. It's wonderful, right? It's really well done, and I just give kind of props to Collins, giving it the A-OK. For me,
Hey.
Breaking Bad is great, and Better Call Saul, even better. And I know that's kind of sacrilegious, but for me, Better Call Saul is a much better television show than Breaking.
Hey, I like it. I like where you're at. I was very afraid that I was going to get bad news that you weren't watching Better Call Saul or that you weren't into it. You're not the first person to say that. Brad Petering of TV Girl, he's all about Better Call Saul. I dare to say it's a better show than Breaking Bad. Are you all caught up, Nick?
I'm not. I actually have 2 episodes left of the latest season on
Me too.
Netflix.
Oh,
Really?
of Netflix. I'm caught up live. I have 2 episodes to catch up to live.
You're much better than I am.
Oh, okay. Well, get into it. What are you waiting for?
Okay. Well, we're gonna get into it. Okay, we're on the draft. If you're following football here on our stream, you shouldn't be. Okay, this is a soft subject, Colin, and I'm gonna open this up because your family. Kira is my wife. For those of you who don't know who she is not interested.
Who's probably watching this?
She's not interested
Along with my mom, Michael, and Art.
She's not interested in anything that has to do with Better Call Saul.
Okay.
Not interested. Period.
She's watched Breaking Bad?
No.
Oh, okay.
Here's my thing, though, okay? Better Call Saul, you don't need to watch Breaking Bad to enjoy
That's true. Which I didn't think was possible.
I feel like, are you ruining my... I can't tell if you're ruining my marriage with this question.
I'm trying. No. I'm definitely not trying. Kira's the only thing keeping you sane. Look,
because then I'm coming to stay with you, okay?
Now we've already tried that. Look. Better Call Saul can be watched by itself. Candace is proof. She got into Better Call Saul, and in fact, every time I try to get her to watch Breaking Bad, she was like, "It's not Better Call Saul, though. I don't really want to watch it."
Yeah, I agree with her.
Now she's very into Breaking Bad, and she's watching both at the same time.
Ooh, that's weird.
Weird. Yeah, it's strange.
Yeah.
Art said he's moving to wine. No more shots to him, but he does give us cheers. So understandable. That's a good call. Michael says, hey, that he DVR'd this season. That's exciting.
Of Better Call Saul?
I believe so. And Kira says, oop, eggshell pathway here. What does that mean?
That means that egg prices have been at an all-time high. So eggshell, I got nothing. Colin.
Oh. Maybe like we're stepping on some dangerous shit. I think it's like a path of eggshells that we're walking on, tiptoeing here, breaking up the marriage. Look, I'm not about that. Michael says, you guys watch Ozark? I know Zach Lamond was he mentioned Ozark. He likes Ozark a lot.
People love
I haven't
Ozark.
watched it.
No. Yeah. I got nothing. I have no idea. Ozark, people love the Ozark, though. I get Ozark and I get Schitt's Creek. Those are the two suggestions
Candace
that people
loves
tell me.
Schitt's Creek, yeah.
Why? Why do people like Schitt's Creek?
It's funny. Eugene Levy, he's got those eyebrows. You can't take your eyes off him.
know.
They're as big
It's
as your
American
mustache.
Pie. Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay.
It's a style. It's a format. I'm with you. It's not one of those shows Candace and I watch together. It's one where I'll sit on the couch every now and then when she's watching it, and I'll tune in, and I have a good laugh. But I don't follow it religiously. Yeah. Yeah. Art says he likes it. Art, you talking about Ozark? You talking about Schitt's Creek? Also, tell Marilyn we said hey, please, and give her my love. Candace and I miss seeing you guys, so I hope this all settles down soon and we can come over to your house and do a Redskin game there.
When's
Nick, how
the
are
next football game gonna be? Huh?
2028.
Is it gonna be weird? I mean, let me ask you, Colin. Do you think that with the coronavirus, that games are gonna
shit, Shaddy's joining.
Oh shit. Shaddy, you should be. What are you doing? You should be on Fortnite right now. I don't even know what you're doing. Come on, get out of here.
All right, go ahead, Nick.
I was saying before Shaddy interrupted us that
Sorry, I was just so excited to see Shaddy.
Well, no, I am too. 4th grade. Okay, he's a great guy. Anyway, by the way, if anybody's not playing Fortnite with us and you want to play Fortnite with us, let me tell you, I have spots available, and I will make myself available at the deterrence of my marriage.
Talking about marriage killers, that's an eggshell pathway. Not Better Call Saul. It's your Fortnite addiction.
Hey, let's go back into that. Kira doesn't want to do. She's not interested. Not interested in Better Call Saul. No interest.
Whatever. What can you do? Some shows you gotta just leave them there. Some shows you gotta just watch on your own. You know, you can only help a person so much. Kira, you're missing out. You are missing out, but who am I? You know, I'm just your co-host, best friend, you know.
Colin, that was what I was waiting for. I was just waiting for some validation. Somebody to tell my wife to watch this show. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be single soon.
No, you're not. You're not. You're just going to be not watching Better Call Saul. Let's be honest.
She
Shaddy,
is playing backgammon with me.
Right now? You guys are playing backgammon?
No. We're looking at it.
Shaddy says I'm in the 4th grade. That's a lie. He's a liar. He's not in the 4th grade. YouTube, you don't need to stop this live stream. Look, we're not predators. You know who's a predator? Chase Young, baby. The predator.
Chase Young, baby.
That's right. How are we doing in the draft, Nick? What's going on? It looks like the Buccaneers are on the clock.
They are. The pick is in. We are doing very well. I got to tell you, there was a lot of offensive linemen that were taken, okay? But long story short, do you have to pee? Because I have to pee.
You want to take a little break? Guys, we're going to take a quick break. It's been 3 hours since we took a break. That's pretty impressive considering all the shots that Nick's been doing. All right, guys.
Thanks, Art.
We'll be right back. Thanks, Art. All right, guys. We'll be right back in a couple minutes here.
15, 20 minutes, and then I'm going to be done, okay?
Sounds good, brother. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into Redskins Hangover, doing a live stream. We probably got about, 20 minutes or so left. Here or there. Nick, how you feeling? Doing all right? Has Art gotten to you, or he said shot time, so... Shaddy, are you going to take a shot with us? It is a draft party, baby. And you're here for one reason or what?
I got to tell you, Art, you moved to wine, and a lot of props to you. I think I am moving to water for the rest of the night. I think I've transitioned, to that aspect. Look, and Art, I was with you, man. I've been with you every shot of the way. Okay. But I think I probably have to start self-regulating a little bit. And,
yeah, but what about Shaddy? Shaddy just joined the chat. Shaddy, are you doing a shot? What's the deal? Nick, are you going to refuse Shaddy?
God, he's probably playing Fortnite already.
Oh, no.
Do you want to talk about that problem that we have?
Which problem?
Fortnite.
Look, I've barely begun the Fortnite investigation. All week I've been trying to figure out how to do this. But soon enough, hopefully I can join you, since there's a little downtime with the virus and we can virtually connect.
Yeah.
Have you guys played with that?
2 months. 2 months, you'll be able to play some Fortnite with us. Okay?
For 2 more months?
Yeah. No, there are no other sporting events. Y'all, buckle up, sit in, and enjoy, because this is the last sporting event that we're going to have for the next 2 or 3 months. This is it, y'all. Buckle in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's play Fortnite, huh? If you're not playing Fortnite with us, you should be, all right? We're available.
I'm still confused on how to build. I got to pick up my skills. I mean, I've only played twice, so that's, a bit of a learning curve.
About 80 hours, I believe, working on different technical aspects for making this happen right now. So
Shaddy said this isn't Fortnite talk. This is Redskins, baby. Shaddy is the Fortnite guy. He is the only savior in our team that helps us go to victory.
Damn, he kicks some ass, man.
He kicks some ass. Shout out to Shaddy. Michael wants to know what's going to happen with Trent. He wants to know. He's not done with this draft. He says, Nick, hang in there. I want to know what's going on with Trent. Are we going to be able to get some value for him? Or, like Art said, are we just going to have to cut his ass?
Look,
you think,
no.
Nick, if you had to put money on we trade Trent for a second-round pick or we just end up cutting him, like if those are the only two choices, where are you putting your money?
Second-round pick. Done. 100%. 150%. Are you kidding me? Okay, listen. We're not letting him go for nothing. No. Okay? That's a Bruce Allen move. And let me tell you something, Redskin fans. We are no longer in the Bruce Allen era. That's right. Hashtag fire Bruce Allen. It's finally coming to fruition. And God damn it, we're not a part under his thumb anymore. Okay? Bruce Allen is out of there. All right, baby, and we are taking control back of this organization. Yeah, Dan Snyder is still the owner, okay, and he's probably going to be the owner for a little while. But you know what? We got no more of the Dark Lord. He is out of there, right? The Vinny 2.0 is gone from this way, and we got a Mr. Smith in there that is excited to get in there, that is making the right choices. You have already seen it. Chase Young, a part of the Redskins. Look, I think we're headed in the right direction. I think Ron Rivera is the answer. Colin, I went on a tangent there. But I really am excited about where this Redskins organization is.
Do you feel different? Do you feel that this year is different from the year that we hired Jay Gruden?
I will admit that I am.
Guys, that was too long of a pause.
I'm a glutton. I'm a glutton for it, Colin. I was hopeful about Jay Gruden being the answer, and he wasn't. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm always hopeful that the next person will be the answer,
Sure.
For a brief second, I thought Jim Zorn was going to be the answer, but he obviously wasn't. He was a terrible choice.
Jim Zorn?
Ron Rivera, I'm excited about it, though. I'm over the moon, right? The only other person I would want to take the job is Mike Tomlin. Okay? I love it. I love the staff. I love Chase Young. I love the pick. Heading in the right direction.
Hey, this is how I feel about Jim Zorn. So say what you will about Jim Zorn, but that's how I feel. Yeah.
All right. So you never believed that Jim Zorn would potentially be the answer?
No, but you're right? Like you always kind of have some hope. I mean, with Jim Zorn, I was a lot younger too, and I was just like, well, I guess they know what they're doing.
Naive.
I guess that maybe this guy is exciting and can get us back to doing what the Redskins should be doing. But instead, this is what happened. Yeah. But now
you had to pull him out.
We're just all about this one now. So, we're hopeful, but I don't know, dude. I'm not sold on Rivera. It's an old school approach that's worked, and it hasn't worked.
You're not sold on him?
I will say this. I think it's a great direction. I like that it's the choice that we're going with, because we've tried other things, and I am sold on giving him a shot. Because you know what? He wants people that come there with a great work ethic. He wants people to show up that are in his mold, that like to be there, that want to be a Redskin, that can play in DC and just show up and play and not talk shit and not get into trouble and not, just line up and play and get paid.
Nicholson.
So, look, I'm for trying this long-term approach out. I agree, patience is the way to build a franchise. But I'm just letting you know, I'm not sold that he is going to be successful.
You don't think so? I really think he is. I mean, I'll be real with you. This is a real heart-to-heart. I think Ron Rivera is the answer. I think he's going to lead us to a more successful time than I have ever seen in the past 20 years.
What is that saying? We went 3-13 last year, Nick. Right, he's going to bring us to 4-12 next year. He's going to be the savior.
No.
It's not saying a lot. Can he get us past 8-8?
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, right? Perspective.
Oh, no. Here he goes again. Every few minutes, boys and girls, we lose him. Nick Webster, he just goes out and he's doing something out in the virtual world, and we just can't get a hold of him until he comes back. But he always comes back to us, so fear not. He'll be back. He'll be back any minute now. All right? Let's see. Shaddy, you're pretty active in this chat here. What comes on after this is you guys doing your two-man improv, memes, more gifts. He wants them to show up and be a Redskin that plays in DC.
Next.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, it is true. Yeah. He wants them to show up and be a Redskin in DC. Because, Shaddy, a lot of these guys, they don't show up, or they show up and they're a Redskin, but they're somewhere else, baby. They're somewhere else. They're not present. They're somewhere else. They don't give a shit. They just want to bring in the dough. They line up, but they're not here to ball out. Sorry, Nick. Are you back with us? I'm just answering Shaddy's questions. He's got some questions about...
Yeah.
Good.
I'm sorry you missed my rant.
We all
I have
are.
to tell you, you thought you said it earlier in our live stream here that there was going to be a time where I froze up, and you missed a lot of passionate vitriol and a lot of enthusiasm, and I have to tell you, you just missed it.
Oh, I believe it. It's always when you freeze up is when you're most passionate. I think because you're moving around so much, your energy is just pulsating. You know, it's just got to shut
Kira
down.
told me
for
to
you.
quiet
It's too
down.
much.
She said, lower it down. It's not so much, big guy. And then I looked at my screen and nothing was changing.
Yeah.
So
It happens. It happens. Even though you got 100 up and 100 down on your internet, huh? 100
here's
MB
my thing.
up, 100
Here's
down.
my thing. And for everybody looking out there, I apologize. Jerry Jeudy just got selected wide receiver, Alabama for the
Sherry
Broncos.
Judy or Jerry Judy?
Jerry Jeudy, Judge Judy, Judge Jerry Jeudy. All right.
That's a hell of a receiver.
That's a mix of Judge Joe Brown and Judge Judy. Judge Jerry Judy. Ooh, Art, your shot got me, man. Got me right in the face.
Art's response, Art's latest type on the chat is Hainsworth.
Ah.
Yeah, exactly.
What? Art? What the fuck?
Look.
Come on, brother. Art, you're a Redskin fan. Why are you bringing that shit up right now?
because he's saying this culture has been garbage and we got to move on. We got to move on from that kind of culture, and hopefully Ron Rivera's the guy, right? That's why I'm sold on that part, is I think he's different. I think he will lead us in a new direction. At least he has a path. At least he has a clear path of where he wants to go. Sure, is it the right path? Will it produce any wins? We don't know. It might not do anything. We could be 3-13 next year. But it's a direction. It is a direction.
There you go.
Yeah.
Art,
Shaddy wants to know, Nick, is this what the podcast is like?
I don't know. I would say it's a variation. I would say no.
Yeah.
No, this is a much more laid-back draft party.
Yeah, we generally
I'm much
don't.
more high stuck up during the actual podcast.
Yeah, and not in like a marijuana way, but like I'm generally
Gotta
pretty
move things
sober.
along, move things along. Next thing on the agenda, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this, and we're done.
It's more focused. Yeah. Art says, Nick, you're cool.
Thanks, Art.
He's had a lot of wine. All right, so.
But Art, I mean, I thought you just switched to wine. I thought you were on the shots with us. I mean, how much wine did you have?
That's true. Shaddy said he wants a 2-minute podcast episode. Shaddy, this is it. This is what you're getting. If you want a podcast episode,
Get out of here.
We got 100 podcast episodes you can look at. You can search Redskins Hangover on Google Play or iTunes. You can pull up any podcast you want.
Yeah, right.
This is the live.
This is
stream.
what we are. This is the brand you got. You don't like it? Well, then be a Jaguars fan. Huh?
Is that water really?
Yeah, that's water. Are you kidding me? Art's
You know,
got me having hydrate.
You know, I poured this.
Is that Seagram Sweet Tea Vodka?
Oh, you better believe it, Jerry.
Sponsored
It's just sitting
by.
there.
Mm-hmm. For the great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down, making a Seagram Sweet Tea Vodka. There goes the copyright. There.
Yeah.
We just
YouTube's
got
gonna flag
dinged.
that one.
Yep. Damn it.
Even though, why should they flag you for something like that? We're doing them a favor.
Right? Don't they owe us?
Yeah. Hey, watching these Jerry Jeudy highlights. Art, who's a receiver that you want to see on the team? Michael, who's the next player you'd like to see picked? Do you guys have a specific person in mind? Because look, we need a wide receiver, and we also need a offensive tackle. And who's that going to be? I don't know. I'd like to know that before we get out of here.
Guys. Here's my thing. Okay. Here's my biggest issue with the draft. After Chase Young, right? I don't actually care about the rest of the players. Here's my hope. The next biggest wide receiver for the Redskins, it's going to be Kelvin Harmon. It's going to be somebody with a chip on his shoulder. It was a late round pick that's coming into the Redskins organization, right? It's going to be that old speedster in the slot, right? You're hoping he makes some things happen from an undrafted rookie candidate there, right? You know what I'm talking about, Steven Simmons Jr. Okay? He's already gone past you, okay? I hope those draft picks or those walk-ons are going to play out. I'm hoping, we made some right calls and we can fill in some of these other needs because, Colin, we got a lot of needs on this team still, even with Chase Young on the squad.
Cool. So you're telling me you're happy with Terry McLaurin as the number one dude and the receivers staying the way they are going forward? You don't want any help at receiver this year?
Here's my thing, right? If you think that we are one piece away from winning a Super Bowl, then I would say make the trade and get a true number one receiver. But right now, you and I both know that the Redskins are not competing for a Super Bowl in the 2020 NFL season. And therefore, let's let Terry McLaurin shine. Let's let Steven Sims Jr., Kelvin Harmon, Trey Quinn, any other of these young, hungry wide receivers prove what you got with a new coach in Ron Rivera. I'm excited to see what it's going to be because right now it's all about competition. And it's not necessarily about wins.
Yeah. No, I feel you on that. I feel you on that. J Mags 89 over there. What's up, Jackson? He says, I love offensive tackle Ben Barch from St. John's D3. He knows more than we do. He also says that the Redskins have been meeting with Danny Pinter from Ball State as well. So they are looking at some offensive line options.
They better be. They better be.
Yeah,
the Browns just drafted their left tackle.
Yeah, Michael is right. We also need a tight end. We absolutely need a tight end. That's another hole to fill. I mean, the whole offense, needs to be evaluated. There's no questions.
Yeah. Look, I mean, we got some issues, okay? And listen, we got nothing in the second round right now, but we got we got a third round pick. What are you hoping to see in the third round? And I know we're not really going to get that until late Friday tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Are you hoping for that left tackle?
Yeah.
So we don't have to give Donald Penn another call this year?
It's got to be. It just gets tricky, right? Those third round tackles can be kind of hit or miss. It's
Jerron Christian Jr. Pick up the phone.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see what happens with him. It's a little nerve-wracking, There's a huge difference from selecting a tackle in the first round to selecting one in the third round. There's a large disparity in general, but you got to make some effort, right? You got to take a chance on someone that you think is going to come in there and at least compete, and that's where I want to see them go. You got to move and get an offensive tackle. We do need a tight end. We absolutely need a tight end. I don't think it's quite as imperative as a tackle. That's where I would go.
We'll have to see, okay? If you're just following live with us, Dallas is on the clock. They're almost 5 minutes into their pick with the 17 overall first-round pick. Here's the thing about Dallas, right? Amari Cooper stayed with them. rebuffed the Redskins' offer at $2 million more than the Cowboys were offering. Jerry Jones, here's something for you, Colin. Jerry Jones is making this first-round pick by himself. And so he, I'm sure he, got input from his team, but ultimately he's making the decision. You're a Redskin fan. What do you want Dallas, what do you not want them to improve on? What are you hoping they don't take here at the number 17 overall pick?
Man. I mean, Dallas is a strange team, right? When you look at them on paper,
I hate
they
them.
They look good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate them too. They look solid. I mean, their offensive line is incredible. Their defensive line looks solid. I don't know. I'm not too concerned about that. Whoever they pick is going to be who they pick. And I don't think we need to pick around that. I don't think we need to combat that. I think we got to just try to fit our strengths. We got to build on our own stuff. But I don't want to see Dallas. I just don't want them to see them improve in the secondary, I guess I would say, the most.
Here's something I'll throw at you. There's been some really wild speculation, and the only reason I'm bringing it up is because it's live right now, that the Dallas Cowboys might select as kind of a hybrid tight end Jalen Hurts out of Oklahoma, kind of as a Taysom Hill hybrid, tight end, H-back, throwing wild card.
Hey, that's cool with me. I'd honestly be happy with that. I think Jalen Hurts is cool, and I think he's got a lot of skill. But if they want to draft him as a quarterback or a tight end, I'm happy with that. I'm not sure if that's going to work out. So I'm all about it. That would be great.
Yeah.
They're on the clock right now, right?
Yeah.
What are they down to? About 2:50?
2 minutes and 40 seconds. Correctamundo. No selection is in right now. It makes me wonder if they are fielding calls right now. If I was worried about Dallas, I got to tell you, I would be worried about them taking another wide receiver. I think that's what they're missing right now. Amari Cooper just signed that $20 million deal. Wasn't interested in $22 million from the Redskins. I don't know who they have behind it, right? Beasley went to Buffalo. Terrence McHoobadoop. Who cares? Who gives a shit about the Dallas?
They're a bit weak.
Yeah. So we'll see. It looks like Mike McCarthy is clapping his hands in terms of the stream online right now, and Jerry Jones sitting on this like Austin Powers extra king size circular couch. God damn, what the hell?
By himself.
Yeah, no, he's got a woman, but she's like off. There she is. She patted him on the back. They're gonna have to change his diaper soon. He's a rounder. He's got this kind of Hershey Kiss kind of look to him, but he's got the star behind his head. The Cowboys pick is in, Colin. Okay, buckle up, Buttercup. Yeehaw. All right, this one goes out to my brother Wesley, die-hard Cowboys fan. Unfortunately, he was born gay, and now he's a Cowboys fan. And
what?
Those are both true. All right, those are both true. He's now a Cowboys fan. Okay, and Jerry Jones picks.
Not unfortunately, though, right? I mean, unfortunately about the Cowboys, but
fortunately, look. I appreciate it so much. All right, gotta be fair. All right, quality. This is gonna be on the internet forever.
Yeah.
There you go. You
I'll
can't
be able to
deny it.
blackmail you at many a function.
Wow. Yeah. Art, You got something that I can bring up in the court of law that I could,
He said he
defend
doesn't
you
even
with?
think about the Cowboys. I just hate them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
True.
so you have a strong feeling towards them. It's just, yeah, you don't want to.
Ah, here it is. Is that it? CD Lamb? Is that who they went with?
I don't know. I've got nothing. You've got that already?
I'm about a minute behind you, I think, on my draft stream, but they're showing CD Lamb, and yeah, they need a receiver, so
Interesting. I'm
I
hoping
wouldn't be
not.
surprised.
I'm hoping not, but it's McCarthy on there. Dallas Cowboy pick is in. Here it comes. I think you got it, Colin. I think you got me there. CD Lamb, there you go.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yeah, not the
That's
fastest
what
receiver in the draft, but he's definitely a playmaker, so he will
I did
absolutely
not-
help that offense, but
Ugh.
it is what it is. It is what it is. Dallas, they suck. So they always mess up.
Yeah.
What do we have to worry about?
Yeah, that's why we got Chase Young. We got Chase Young so we could deal with better wide receivers for Dallas.
If we get to the quarterback faster, that'll be true. All right, Nick. You and I are hitting about 3.5 hours on this live stream. I think it's probably time, huh? About midway through the first round. What do you think?
Do you think we should head over to Fortnite? Maybe play
I
a little
can't
bit?
right now. I can't. I gotta get my eyes off any sort of screen. I've got to reset. I've got to eat something.
Yeah, you haven't eaten too much.
I
am
gotta eat
worried.
some food. I'm on Art's diet of Seagram's sweet tea vodka. So, you guys, thanks so much for tuning in to our first live stream event. This will be the first of hopefully many, and we'll work out all the kinks, but we really appreciate you joining in. It's been awesome chatting with you. Michael, nice to meet you. Art, thanks for coming by, my friend. And J-Mags, thanks for stopping by on a busy day. Can't wait to hear about how your day went. Kira, thanks for all the love and support. Candace, you're wonderful. Justine, what a great friend stopping by. And everybody else that contributed to the chat. Nick, you got anything else to say before we dip out of here?
No, I think that's it. Chase Young.
Chase Young, baby. Who can't be excited about that? You know, it's a good draft. It's an absolutely, it's a dynamite lock pick. I'm excited.
Predator.
Shaddy, thanks so much for coming by. We appreciate you, brother. All right, guys. We'll catch you soon on Redskins Hangover. Be sure to check out our podcast, available iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, and you can go to redskinshangover.com for any other needs. All right, y'all. Catch you real soon.